You'll think you're so funny. Unlimited delay works. Unlimited delay works. You're always one track mind about these streams. We're fine. We're here.
It's like you want us to cancel.
It's like you want us to cancel. It's like, as you pray, unlimited delay works. It's almost that.
But we showed up. I only woke up less than an hour ago.
And I may or may not have been committing crimes with Jackie a moment ago. It's fine!
Gotta love that clown.
We do not talk about the Gnome Pope. We do not talk about the Gnome Pope.
Do we talk about 9/11?
Maybe a little bit. I'm just not going to say anything, actually.
Yeah, I definitely think we should back off this one.
I'm going to back off here for now. However, I was thinking about Shirou, is all I will say. Anyway, let us just get into it. Let us just stop fucking around and get into it.
No fanfare necessary. I think the goofiness has been accomplished by chat.
Yeah. Now it's not the time to be gay and do crimes? Then when will it be? What do you mean it's not the time?
Then what are we playing Fate for?
Exactly! What is Fate for if not for that? Saber, wake up the Pentagon!
Saber, there's been a second archer.
A second archer has seen the Fujuki Holy Grail War!
Alright, I think that should stop there.
Oh my god. Holy shit. That should stop there, yeah. Anyway, what was fucking happening last time?
I got this. Fought Ryder and got the bad end, and I'm gonna be honest, I barely remember after that. That's kind of where my brain was.
No, I think that's all we needed to remember. Don't worry about it. God, what a woman. Really, Mizutsuri seemed to be fine, and we are now allies with Rin again in this timeline.
Right, we have done the thing. We talked to Archer. We got Archer content. I remember this.
We got a lot of Archer content, holy shit.
We got so much Archer content.
It's always funny when the bit could have been spoilers before you got through the first route, Mao.
That's happened to me so many times at this point.
My body feels like lead.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. You
I'm not streaming to you.
You probably should share your screen.
I apologize, I forgot.
I forgive you. You forgot.
Now there's fate. There we go. Rather than being pleasant, my awakening is accompanied by a faint headache. God, do I know that. Holy shit, I was so fucking bad today. Maybe it's because I got hurt yesterday? My right arm still hurts too. Maybe it's because I had a fucking knife driven through my fucking hand and I was hung from a tree and almost died?
I'm just
furious.
I'm just a little sore.
Just a little bit sore. I wonder why it is. As I absent-mindedly mutter to myself, I sit up. It's past 6 o'clock in the morning. First, I at least need to make breakfast today. Leaping out of my futon, I clamber into my clothes. Fujine and Sakura have practice this morning. They leave the house at 6:30, so if I don't hurry up and get started, I won't be finished in time. After I see the two of them off, I drink some after-breakfast tea with Saber. The morning goes by in a flurry, and by the time I realize it, it's long past 7 o'clock. Well then, I'm heading out. Look after the house, alright, Saber?
Yes, please be careful yourself, Shiro. Even if you do have Rin's assistance, take care that you don't do anything reckless.
Hey Kumi, welcome to chat. Yeah, I learned that yesterday. When the time comes to go after an enemy, I will ask for your help. Hiro forgot the safe word was snake oil. God, what a scene though. What a fucking scene. I just keep flashing back to it, I'm sorry. Hey Jackie, hi! The clown is in chat.
Wait, oh god. Oh god! We're under observation, clearly.
Raising a hand to Saber, I step out the front door. The morning air is exceptionally calm, but the school I'm heading to is something different now from what it was before. Alright. I collect myself and start down the hill. If Tosaka is acting as a master, then I will look like a fool if I can produce results too. The boy is going to try. Hey, Willow! With only moments to spare, I reach the classroom before homeroom starts. As I greet my classmates, chatting amongst themselves, I sit down at my... On my way there. Meeting the eyes of someone unexpected, for a moment, I forget how to speak.
This is gonna be Shinji. There he is!
The bitch is there! The bitch is there! The bitch is there!
I love that we have only seen him in this route as a brief fade in, fade out.
Just a glimpse of Goblin.
He just shows up to go, and then goes away.
I don't even have to think of anything. In rage, I run straight for Shinji. Shinji, you son of a...
Hey, Mia. What's the matter? You seem awfully heated this morning. What, did something happen while I was away?
This man, Shiro was just its own fucking side.
And he's just like, gee, what could you possibly be talking about?
Fucking seaweed hair asshole. Don't give me that. What did you do to Mizutsuri?
Mitsuzuri? Oh, Ayako. Apparently she ran away from home, right? I heard about it in the dojo this morning. I heard they found her over in Shinto yesterday.
I don't know what's so funny, but Shinji chuckles. And his eyes look only like they're mocking Mitsuzuri. Don't play dumb. You were the last one who saw her, right? I'm asking what you did to her then.
I didn't do anything to her. We just had a chat. More importantly, though, did you hear, Amiya? Ayako was collapsed in some alleyway over in Shinto. They said she was breathing and her uniform was in tatters. No, I don't know what happened, but I can't just forget I heard that, huh? She's always putting on airs, so I'm kind of interested in what state she was cast off in.
I hate this guy so much.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to.
What are you making a scary face like that for? I'm just kidding. Don't take it so seriously. Besides, Ayako was rescued, right? Isn't she supposed to be recovering at home now? Well, the rumors will probably spread once she gets back, so things might get a little harder for her, though.
I'm going to kill this man. You. Did you talk about this with everybody at the archery club?
Who knows? But it's already big news with the first years. It's not a game of telephone, but apparently it's been making the rounds with them since yesterday.
I need to strangle this man. I restrain my... No, do not punch! Fucking drive your fist through his fucking gut right now. Rihanna him in class.
He's just making small talk. I don't see what the problem is.
Has he been spreading that story around? Mitsuzuri is a girl. She is the way she is, and the people around her see her that way too. But even if she looks tough, she's still a girl. Then, however strong she might be, if a story like this makes the round, it will be hard for her to stand. And he spread the story around knowing all that? Ever since yesterday, something that only the people who rescued her should have known about, and he's been irresponsibly spreading it around like it's funny? Shinji, you son of a bitch! I grab his shoulder. Yes, please, kill.
I'm trying to look like my mouth is full of bow. I'm trying to eat really fast.
Bow, Anya. Why would you want to torture him? You want to hear his annoying screaming voice? Hell no, just put that thing down. You're so right. You're so right.
I thought the chat's so mad. He's just hanging out. I don't understand what's wrong. No, you can't have some Jackie. I've already eaten it all.
I think Jackie wants some of Shinji.
I'm assuming they mean the bow. They do this every
No.
time I have food.
No. They definitely mean Shinji. Violence supersedes food for Jackie.
Violence is food for Jackie.
Don't glare at me like that. I told you I don't know anything, right? If you jump to your own conclusions and make a false accusation, you'll regret it, Amiya.
Shinji brushes my hand from his shoulder and sits down. Okay, but like... There's a little bit of the, like, homoerotic tension there, you know?
You
There's
can
a
read that.
little.
You can read that into every scene in Fate, even the conversations between man and woman.
The bell rings at the beginning of homeroom. Ah...
Saved by the bell, eh, Shinji?
I can't stay standing here when everybody else is taking their seats. Shooting a glance at Shinji, for now, I have no choice but to quietly return to my seat. The day comes to an end. It's after school now, and the students leave the school like a wave retreating from the shore. Okay, can I just say something? I was thinking earlier about how the beginning of the day had been very quick. We didn't see Sakura, we didn't see Fujine, we didn't even see Saber until it was time to just leave. The process of cooking was not shown, and then the entire day has passed now in a blink. How fucking long is this night gonna be?
It feels pretty off, doesn't it? I'm pretty nervous myself. We have not seen a single sprite except Saber and Shinji.
Shaver.
Saber.
I did manage to question Shinji, but right now I still don't have any proof. Even with what happened in the woods, if he told me that he just happened to be there, that would be that. First I need to get some proof. It's not clear yet whether he's a master or not, but there's no mistaking that he's connected to Mitsutsuri's disappearance. A way to distinguish masters is stripping them and finding their command spells the only way.
Don't say anything, Stefan.
Although there probably aren't any masters who could let me do that. I guess it's about time, and Tosaka might know a good way. Oh, we just gotta strip Shinji, right?
We just gotta strip him and find his command spells. Oh, that is the only way. Okay.
I get up from my seat. I can't believe the original VN had a gay sex scene between Shinji and Shirou. Like,
Is
it's
that
not
true,
often
or are
talked
you
about.
fucking with me?
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Gotcha. Cool. I can never tell.
I promised I could meet Tosaka out in the hallway after school. You gotta play CCC for that one, shut the actual fuck up! I rendezvous with Tosaka, and we take a walk around the school. I fucking hate this word.
What, rendezvous?
Rendezvous.
Yeah, it's
It's
French.
like, God, the first time I saw it written, I was like, how the fuck did you spell that?
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
That sounds way better, actually. I just like when you roll your R's. Sorry.
According to Tosaka, there are a number of seals placed around the school that are keeping the boundary field up. Tosaka has been finding and erasing them for a few days now, but every time she does, a new one gets made, and one she erased a few days ago pops back up again. So she hasn't been able to completely remove the boundary field. It's because the field itself is already up. All I'm doing is weakening its effects. It's still better than doing nothing, and our opponent probably can't activate the field while it's incomplete, right? So she says, Tosaka, can I ask you something?
If I can interject, didn't he activate it while it was incomplete last time?
Yes, but they don't know that.
Oh, Tosaka.
They don't know that. They don't have clairvoyance. After she erases the seal hidden in the roof, I call out to stop her. Yeah? What is it? Does something still feel off about the roof? No. This is about something else. There's nothing weird here anymore. It's completely stopped on my end. I see, then I guess we've erased most of the active seals. For someone who can't sense magical energy, you're pretty sensitive to local abnormalities, Miyakun. I didn't think we'd be able to erase the seals in the school building this fast. Tosaka's in a good mood. No, I'm glad too that I could be of assistance, but I'm not really in the mood to feel good about it right now. Hey, Tosaka, can masters sense other masters? Like, does their presence change just by being there, or even if their servants are hidden? Oh, there's nothing like that really, but yeah. If they haven't put any effort in, you could probably pick out other masters. Masters are all mages in the first place, so you can find them if you look for magical energy. What's more, they're contracted with these extraordinary familiars, called servants. So even if they're hidden, magical energy is still going to leak out. You're not sensitive to it, so you haven't noticed, Miyakun, but even I leave a trail of magical energy when I'm walking around. A mage who saw me probably could know at a glance that I was a master, and I bet I could tell if they were a master as well if I saw them. Seriously? But Tosaka, you didn't know that I was a mage, right? Why is that? Huh? Are you sure it's alright if I tell you? Instantly, she takes on a mean tone. I've suddenly got a real bad feeling about this.
Because you
No,
fucking suck, Shirou.
It's fine. I'm pretty sure I can imagine why. Clever boy. Well, that's how it is. There are people who have small amounts of magical energy, even though they aren't mages. Mages only recognize people raised in a certain amount of magical energy as being mages. The clever boy, though. I'm sorry, but like...
No, I know.
She really is this close to just putting a leash on him. Yeah, that's what I figured. But in that case, what am I like now? That hasn't changed at all, has it? Well, you said it was an incomplete summoning, and outside of healing your wounds, your connection to Saber is probably pretty weak. Anyway, Miyakun, you're special, so something like that is probably possible. And Shinji isn't the master. Even if I can't tell, Tosaka can pick out masters just by looking at them. If Shinji were a master who had contracted with a servant, then Tosaka could also be able to detect the magical energy leaking out of him.
I'm still holding so fucking firm onto my theory.
Yeah?
Yeah.
God.
I'm convinced.
Here's the fact that Shinji himself is not a fucking, like, mage as we learned last time.
Literally, like, they're fueling the fire. I have not thought about this in a long time since he got kind of eviscerated in the other route.
Yeah.
But that's not his servant, is it?
We'll see about it. We'll see about it. You say we're hunting for masters, but you could find them anytime you wanted, couldn't you? Since you just have to follow the trail of strong magical energy? Not quite. Just as an example, if you had a tool for concealing your magical energy, the enemy couldn't be able to detect you. Well, there aren't many tools that could conceal the ridiculous amount of magical energy a servant has, so I doubt there are any masters like that though. Always Sun in Philadelphia title card, there's a master exactly like that. Hey Alex! The real question is how many women in this game could actually put a leash on him. You're right! The number is surprisingly high. Then, even if somebody close to you were a master, if they had a tool like that, you wouldn't be able to tell? I wonder. It depends on the tool, but if they were close enough, I think I'd be able to tell no matter how hard they try to hide it. As long as you're contracted with a servant, you will cause some friction with the world no matter what you do. Not be able to tell if someone is a master, even if they're close to you, that master could have to not use their servant. Well, there might be exceptions, but that should hold 9 times out of 10. Always Sun in Philadelphia fucking style card. The 10th time out of the 9.
This is the 10. This is the 10.
Oh. We returned to the classroom. Although we didn't find any clues about the master, Tosaka seems satisfied to have erased most of the seals. She said that, since we've thrown such a huge wrench into their plans, they won't be able to keep quiet and pretty soon they're sure to make a mistake or something like that. Pretty patient, huh? You say soon, but you don't know how long that will be, right? You think so? The kind of person who sets up a boundary field like this wouldn't be able to tolerate someone getting in their way? By my estimate, they will make their move tomorrow. Oh boy.
Oh god, it's happening tonight.
You're not the kind of person to keep quiet a second time. Is that how it is? That's how it is. Well then, I've got some things to take care of, so I'm going to go home. I've got to buy a bunch of things to get ready for the fight tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and hurry home today. You're not allowed to take any detours, alright?
Oh god, we're gonna take detours.
Are you worrying about me, Tosuka? What, are you worrying about me, Tosuka? I'm not. We're allies now. So it messed up my plans that you dropped out all on your own. That's all it was. I was just making sure you understood. Little blush!
I fucking love symmetrical grumpy Rin.
She goes on, but her panicked hair is so unlike her that it's obvious at a glance that she's trying to hide her embarrassment. I see. I guess you could say that, despite how cool she normally is, she's easy to understand and I'm getting to be able to read her little by little.
She has kept her facade by distance to everyone around her alone.
Anyway, you're much too defenseless, Miya-kun. So don't go doing anything rash. I'm an exception. The others will come and kill you right away, understand? Tosuka looks away with a and turns to leave. Looking at her retreating back, unexpectedly. Tosuka, is Archer with you right now? Is every single time you see someone's back, you're going to think about archers?
I mean, can you not?
He does have a good back.
It's such a back.
I asked her something meaningless. Yes, why? Do you have something to tell him? No, not really. I was just wondering if you two are getting along. Tosuka looks back at me with wide eyes at my sudden question. Then... Oh... So that's what this is about. Yeah, you don't have to worry. He's kind of a surface. But he's a good guy. Despite how he looks, he's kind of childish. And it's fun spending time with him. Saying that with a grin, Tosuka disappears toward the stairs. Archer like, what the fuck did you mean?
What you mean by that?
Maybe what happened with Mitsuri is weighing on my mind. By the time I realize it, I brought myself to the archery dojo. Oh boy, this is going to be the Shinji confrontation, isn't it?
I sure hope not. I mean, I sure hope it is.
Immediate detour. Removed from the school gates as it is, there's no sign of anyone around the dojo.
It took one scene transition.
That's just Shirou, that's just him, I fucking love him.
What the fuck, man?
Also, if I can direct people like a raid to Lily later, I will. Club activities are over too, so there's probably nothing to be gained from coming here. Oh god, there's definitely something here. I guess I'll go home. We're not going home. I turned my back on the dojo and started walking toward the gates. And ahead of me, on the path leading to the gate,
Yeah, okay.
is Mato Shinji, standing as though to block my way.
Oh, just heading home now, are you? It's been dangerous lately, so I thought students were supposed to head home right away.
I don't have any confidence that I can keep calm here, with Shinji right in front of me. I ignore him and pass around him.
So tired you can't even greet an old friend, are you? Good grief. It's because you were doing a stupid thing like breaking the seals that you ended up like that.
Oh, we are going right into it.
We're gonna fight.
I can hear the smirk in his voice. And what's more, he's instantly jumped back and readied himself. Breaking the seals? If you can say that, you're... I steel myself as I glare at Shinji.
Yeah, that's right. The seals you've been going around breaking one by one are an insurance policy that I set up. If they're destroyed out from under me like that, I'll end up too afraid to come to school, won't I?
I see. I was naive. It was my lack of resolve that kept me from recognizing what Shinji is when I saw him in the woods.
Wait, don't be so on guard. Don't be so on your guard, Amina. Tosca's not here to be annoying anymore, so why don't we sit down and talk man to man? You know that I hate fighting.
Coward, fucking bastard, fucking got him like a goddamn fish. Talk. You're saying you don't want to fight me?
Of course not. From what I've seen, you've been forced into being a master too, haven't you? I'm the same. I've been made into a master even though I don't want to fight, and I'm not even a mage. So, right now, I'm in the middle of looking for a way to get through this without having to fight anyone. That's why I've got no intention of fighting you here.
Is that right? And what's with the boundary field? You're saying you don't intend to fight even after you set up a thing like that?
Don't be stupid. It's for my protection. Just 'cause at school, she's a real mage right down to her fingertips, isn't she? She won't hesitate in a fight between masters, in which case a master who isn't a mage needs to have some kind of plan to protect themselves, right? That's all the boundary field is for. I won't activate it as long as nobody attacks me.
Do not fucking believe this asshole.
So if you attack me...
That makes sense.
Shirou, no!
I don't know if Shinji is really a master or what led him to become one. Even so, I can't believe what he just said. If that's what Shinji says, then I ought to take him at his word. But before that... Shinji, are you the one who attacked that girl yesterday? I had to clear up this problem.
Yesterday, huh? That was out of my control. See, my servant's a little wild, and she attacks people if I leave her alone. I'm just a person who's been chosen to be a master. I'm not the real thing like Tosca is, so it's hard for me to make her listen to me.
So you're saying what happened yesterday was just an accident? Something your servant did all by herself?
Yeah, I'll be more careful from now on. I don't want to be causing problems in my own backyard either. I'll make her concentrate on protecting me.
You're telling me the truth, right, Shinji?
Yeah, there's no point in me lying to you, is there? I could have kept it a secret, but I've gone on my way to confess to it.
God, I hate him so much.
You were suspicious of me, weren't you, Amiya? You attacked me out of nowhere. There's only one place it could have gone, so I went ahead and revealed myself first.
Ah.
Since I don't want to have to fight anybody.
In the first round, he lied and said he didn't put the field up, but now he's saying he did. Most likely because he saw Rin attack Shirou here. Yeah, the events are all different now, and I like how that makes characters act differently too, trying to...
It's like all the characters are improvising off of what happens differently in the story.
Yeah. I can't just swallow that story without a question. But if Shinji really does think that, then I couldn't wish for anything more. I get it. I'll believe you. If you don't do anything, then I won't raise my hand against you either. That's fine, right, Shinji?
Good. That's pretty understanding for you, Amiya. But that still leaves me with a problem. I wonder if I could get you to understand a little more about why I came to talk to you like this.
Oh, here comes the other shoe to drop. Shinji holds his hand out like he's holding for a handshake. If he's looking for a handshake. In other words, that's...
Will you team up with me, Amiya? You probably don't know this, but the Mato family was originally a mage clan. Well, the magic died out in my father's generation, but we still have the knowledge. How about it? For someone like you who became a master in spite of being an amateur. That could be pretty useful, right?
The Matora Mage Clan? Tosaka didn't say anything about that. No, maybe she left them out because their mage blood died out like Shinji said.
How about it? If we team up, we can both survive the Grail War without relying on Tosaka. It doesn't seem like you should even have to think about it, right?
He holds his hand out to me. Shinji's proposition isn't wrong. It makes sense, and it is one possible choice, but... Shinji, does Sakura know that you're a master?
Wow, you really are an amateur, aren't you, Amiya? Look, mage class only pass their secrets to the eldest son. Any other children are just spares. There's no point in teaching magic to something like that. It's a waste of effort. Christ. Like anyone would teach magic to that stupid girl. I'm the only one who inherited the Mato's secret arts.
He just had to fucking be an asshole.
I don't believe him for a second, but I know I'm not supposed to, but I'm just saying, I'm right. That's all I'm saying.
I see. That really is good. Sakura isn't the girl who should belong to this side. I can't stand the thought of her not always smiling happily. Shinji, if you're not going to do anything, then I won't do anything to you either. You don't have any complaints with that, right?
I see. You're saying we can't team up?
There's no need to, is there? If neither of us are going to fight, then it doesn't matter if we team up or not. If all you want to do is protect yourself, then you could just go to the church and have them protect you until the Grail War is over. You know that, don't you?
Oh? I mean, you're not actually thinking of trying to win this bloodbath, are you?
I don't have any intention of killing anybody. But I will brush off any sparks that fall on me, and if somebody tries to set the town ablaze, I won't let them do as they please. Besides, of course I'm not going to kill anyone, but I need to see for myself what the Grail War, the Grail really is. I have to survive to the end if I'm going to do that, right? I turn my back on Shinji.
Is that right? So you really do mean to fight? Well, it doesn't have anything to do with me, but in that case, don't do anything that'll get Sakura dragged into it. You hear me, Amiya?
That goes without saying. And you're going to keep all of this a secret from her, right?
Of course. But as her older brother, I can't leave my little sister at the house of a guy who's going to keep fighting in this thing.
No!
If you say you're going to fight, then I won't let Sakura out of the house until the Grail War is over. That's fine with you, right, Amiya?
Certainly, Shinji does have a point. As long as I'm fighting with Saber, the Emilia house is dangerous. Understood, I will tell Sakura myself. You're fine with that, Shinji?
Okay. I'm glad you're so considerate of your co-head. Honestly, I was really anxious about when you might take her hostage. Yeah, this clears up all my pressing worries.
That's the end of our talk, yeah? And I'm going home.
Yeah, do as you please. But you understand, don't you, Amiya? What we talked about here is our secret. I told you my secrets, because I assumed that you're my friend. I don't know what I might do if you tell anybody else about it.
He probably means that if I tell Tosaka, he will activate the boundary field. Yeah, I'll keep quiet. But it's a different thing if Tosaka finds out all by herself. I'm going to cooperate with Tosaka as much as I can. If she finds out what you really are, I won't stop her from fighting you. So with that in mind, keep your head down if you don't want to be found out, yeah? Fucking passive aggression between the two of them.
Oh, I love this.
Ah. This time I really do start walking for the gate. Sunset schoolyard. As I leave, Shinji sees me off without a word. I don't like...
It's the mid-route tension that I was really missing from the other one.
There are only 2 pairs of shoes by the door. Just Fujine's pumps and Saber's loafers. Huh. Sakura isn't even here. Curious about that, I head for the living room without even announcing that I'm home. When I cut across the hallway on hurried feet, like I expected, Sakura is nowhere to be seen. And moreover, in the kitchen, somebody who looks like Fujine is doing something that seems to resemble cooking. That sentence.
She doesn't do that. That can't be her.
Welcome home, Shirou. Oh, what do you look so surprised for? Something happened? I guess she was mixing up some flour or something? She puts the bowl she'd been stirring down on the table. No, yeah, I guess you could say I was surprised. Since everything's different from normal. More like, it's been years since I've seen Fujine do anything that looked like cooking, hasn't it? Different from normal? Oh, that's right, you're talking about Sakura-chan? Sakura-chan's gone home. Somebody from her house called and they asked her to come back. I see. I guess Shinji must have called her himself. I didn't need him to do it for me, but it's true that there's no such thing as too early. Shinji-kun? Well, whatever. After tilting her head as though something doesn't quite make sense, Fujine turns back toward the kitchen. I'm a little curious. The sun still hasn't fully set, so for now I will... Stop Fujine before it's too late! I'll go see how Sakura's doing before dinner, or I'll go tell Saber that I'm home before dinner.
Let's go see how Sakura's doing.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. This one we have to try at some point, though, during the bat and roulette thing.
Stop Fujine before it's too late.
That is going to be such a fucking funny scene. Yeah. Before the sun goes down, let's go check on Sakura. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. I think we're supposed to.
Fujine, I'm going out for a bit. I don't know what's gotten into you, but I'm trusting you to make dinner. Sure thing! See you later! Dinner's gonna be delicious crab and egg. Crab and egg, huh? Well, even Fujine can probably make that without any trouble, right? The house is gonna fucking burn down. I climb the evening road up the hill. The sun sets quickly in the winter. I need to hurry to the Mato house and check if Sakura's alright. Oh god, what have you done?
Senpai, what's the matter? Coming all the way here at this time?
No, it just kind of happened. I was just in the neighborhood, so...
In the neighborhood? I understand. We'll go with that then.
I guess it must have been funny to see me flustered. Sakura gives an amused smile. That smile came from her heart, and it didn't look at all like Shinji had forced her to come back here. Sakura, I really don't have any business here, but what's Shinji doing? Is he home right now?
Lisa? No, he hasn't come home yet today.
He hasn't? Then who called the house? Sakura, wasn't it Shinji who called you back?
Well, Fujimura-sensei just told me to go home because my grandfather was waiting for me, so I don't really...
I see. But, well, it was the truth when Shinji said he hadn't told anything to Sakura. Shinji is her older brother. There's no way he'd involve such a good little sister in a battle between masters. All that's left is, yeah, I have something I have to say so that I won't get her caught up in it either. Oh, that's a relief. So, Sakura, can I ask you not to come over to help out for a while? And and then you at the same time.
Senpai, so it's a little sudden, but it doesn't seem like I'll be able to come and help out for a little while.
Huh? We blankly look at each other. For a little over 10 seconds, we stand there staring at each other like idiots.
It's a bit of a shame, but it's a help to hear that from you, Senpai. I've been told not to go out at night for a while.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's been dangerous lately, so we probably should have done this earlier. So, Sakura.
Yes, I'll refrain from visiting your house for a little while, Senpai. It's a little discouraging, but if I just bear with it, everything will be back to normal soon. Until then, please drop by the archery dojo when you can, okay, Senpai?
God, I feel so bad right now. Finishing with a quick bob of her head, Sakura goes back inside the Mato house. Imagine if it actually hung on the sprite between dialogue for that long. I guess nothing horrible happened. Somehow I managed to make it home before dinner, oh god. And now the disaster comes. Now is when the bad end happens.
I'm so tense.
And to Saber angrily waiting for me at the door, I explained Tosaka's opinion about what happened today, erasing the boundary field put up at the school, and that some kind of counterattack will likely come tomorrow. I neglect to tell her about Shinji. I want to avoid recognizing him as an enemy until his intentions are clear.
I understand what happened. Then let's have dinner, Shirou. Taiga made dinner and has been waiting for a while now.
Oh god.
Hang on. That's suspicious.
What, that Saber isn't already eating?
No, but Taiga isn't.
Oh god.
She's cooking, and now she's waiting to eat?
Yeah, what is going on? I guess she must be hungry. Saber heads to the living room on quick feet. That's right. I haven't eaten Fujina's cooking since I was a kid. Half expectant, half worried, I head for the living room. Alas! Who could have predicted that this could be the opening act of such a tragedy?
God damn it.
The long-awaited dinner has come at last.
You can't cut back to the normal stuff after.
3 portions of Fujina's lovingly made crab and egg don laid out on the table. It's a simple dish of a bowl of rice with a helping of crab and egg spooned on top of it. It looks almost as though a yellow lid has been placed over the rice, and it's not all that appealing to look at. But the mere fact of being donburi makes the rice taste better all by itself. Like with katsudon or tempura don. Since the deliciousness of the toppings soak their way thoroughly into the rice, there's no way that it could taste bad. The downside is that the taste ends up pretty simple, but, well, that's a pretty extravagant thing to worry about. Well, itadakimasu! Yeah? Itadakimasu! It's so dry when she says it. All 3 of us bow in our own ways and bring the crab and egg don up to our lips. And There's not the slightest trace of crab and egg's usual softness. In fact, it has an abnormal texture like I'm eating something much more substantial. No way! It's an emergency! The crab and egg toad has turned into something else! No, this isn't an emergency or anything. It's just that this is an okonomiyaki don, not crab and egg. How did this happen? I made it just like I was told! Oh, the voice from the Fujimura Gumi didn't teach you how to make this, did they? Yeah, when I said I was gonna make a great big omelette, they gave me all this flour and other stuff. I wish that she'd realized her mistake then and there. Until now, I thought that making an omelette was totally natural cooking ability, one that all humans were born with. Crab and egg is just an advanced version of that same omelette. And so, it was a mistake to have assumed that even Fujine couldn't mess it up. Right, she was mixing up flour in the bowl earlier.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. Fujine was unable even to make an omelette in the first place. That's Saber.
Shirou.
Then, from next to me, I hear a horribly calm voice. Saber? I turn my head with an audible creak.
Shirou. Even for me, this is difficult to eat.
Whoa. It's hard to tell, but it seems like in her own way, Saber is genuinely hungry. God, I need to see the animated version of that. The nightmarish dinner ends, and we've come to our nightly strategy meeting.
I was so on edge. I really thought that was somehow going to turn into a bad end. Everything's fine.
I say that, but I've already finished reporting what happened today. Since there's a high probability that something might happen tomorrow, we should probably spend tonight preparing for tomorrow's battle. You have some bad news? Is Homestuck not in the infinite mixer thing? Oh, there's not an animated version of that, no! How dare they?
Then we're not going out tonight either, Shirou.
Yeah, I know that you're probably impatient, but I need you to put up with it for right now. I don't intend to go around fighting randomly at random, and more than anything, we're not really in a position where we have the freedom to fight recklessly, are we? Because of an experience as a master, and Saber can't resupply her magical energy, there's a limit on the number of times we can fight. Under those circumstances, it could be foolish to just wander out looking for masters.
Understood. Certainly you have a point. It's not productive. But for us to win will require a certain measure of caution. However, if you say you have the will to fight, then we cannot afford to waste time. If we're going to stay here tonight, then we should use that time to train.
Saber looks at me in the eye. That goes without saying. I'd intended that too, and that's why I brought Saber out to the dojo. I know. Saber, you remember yesterday? I came home late last night and we sparred a little because you said I was slacking off, right? That was good training for me. No matter what you do, you can't beat somebody you can't beat. I didn't realize such a fundamental thing until I faced you. So with that in mind as well, I think it's important for me to spar with you. I don't know how much good it will do, but if you're willing to be my opponent, I think I could probably learn to survive a little. Beat me up.
Well then, Shirou.
Yeah, from now on, I'd like for you to train me as much as we have time for. For the time being. From now until we go to sleep. I take a shinai down off the wall. It's still only 8 o'clock at night. There's 4 hours until we go to sleep. So I'll have her train me thoroughly. Saber! Saber! Wait a second! Sensing that my life is in danger, I tried to call time. If you ask why, Saber turning back toward me has.
What is it? Since you wanted to train your readiness to fight, I merely tried to match your enthusiasm.
God, she's so fucking mad at us this fucking timeline.
Yeah, wouldn't you be?
Taking a form that makes it obvious at a glance how much she wants to kill me.
Now let us begin your training, Shirou. First, I will cut away your uncertainty. Certainly you are lax, aren't you? I must have you focus, so something like what happened tonight won't happen again.
Like I thought, she really didn't like the Okonomiyaki bowl. What the hell? That was Fujine's fault, wasn't it? Besides, even if you complained the entire time, you still ate the whole...
Save your breath. And Shirou, I'll say this before you lose consciousness, but I did that out of necessity. Be sure you don't forget that next time.
Ah. Saber disappears. Alas, am I to be tortured without pity or mercy for these next 4 hours? Ratchets over food really are frightening. God. I love them so much. Oh, time to take my ticket pills actually. Estrogen time. Give me a moment.
Breastrogen.
Restrogen. Ah. Titty pilled.
Proud of you.
I'm so girl pilled. I'm estrogen maxing.
You're so literally girl pilled.
Oh. Oh. Jeez. When Sarah gets into it, she really doesn't hold back. I climb into my futon. My bruise-covered body is sticky with ointment, and no doubt I'll have muscle pain to follow it up with tomorrow. God, I'm tired. I take a breath. After my training with Saber, I did my daily reinforcement practice, and now my body and mind are both exhausted. Saber and Fujine are sleeping in the tatami room just a short distance away, but that doesn't bother me right now. Anyway, I'm exhausted. So for now, let's sleep and prepare for tomorrow. Oh, I thought something was gonna happen. He was just fucking collapsing asleep. Wait, no, wait, what?
Wait, no, something's happening.
To me? What the actual fuck is going on? Am I dreaming? My mind is dozing. My body's still asleep, and I can't even move a finger. Then, this has to be a dream. It's a dark night. Strange sound grates against my ears. What the fuck? What is going on?
I hate the smiles in chat. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh. Even as my legs are asleep, they steadily carry me down the hill road. Come to me. Oh god, what is going on? It's cold. The wind stabs my cheeks, and from going outside, still in my bedclothes, my body is long since frozen.
Oh no.
It's so cold I can't imagine that this is Fuyuki. If this is a dream, it's a chill that should have woken me up long ago.
Woo, well chat.
Come to me. What is this Caster? I walked.
That was my first thought too.
I walk through the empty, silent town. The sound grating in my ears doesn't stop. Ignoring my body shaking with cold, I'm heading somewhere with a firm stride. When I tried to cry out, I realized that my throat is paralyzed. This is no dream. This can't be a dream. And yet my mind is still asleep. My limbs don't listen to what Miyashiro tells them, and I walk on like I'm being puppeted.
My heart's beating so fucking fast right now.
Oh god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh! Heading on the fucking Rito Temple! How are you?
Oh, terrible! I know this is bad. Great!
Is this the end of the line? My legs increase their speed and begin to climb the stone steps. Now, come here, boy. Oh god! The grating in my ears has turned to a clear voice. No, that's wrong. Sound hasn't changed at all. It's just been repeating the same words from the very beginning. I don't like this at all. Holy shit.
Ugh, this is bad.
Come to me, it says. Now, come here, boy. Oh god!
Everything's terrible.
Forbidden ASMR technique. The inside of my head is buried in a woman's voice filled with magical energy. I can see the mountain gate. Someone lies beyond it. And so, if I pass through that gate, I will not return alive. I don't know who they are, but my dozing mind screams at me to run. Go back, go back, go back. Stop, there's still time, go back. Wake up and go back right now. Wake up, wake up, wake up, please don't listen. Oh. Only my mind awakens. My dozing mind clears, and finally I return to myself. But it's too late. My limbs still refuse to listen to me, and I pass beneath the mountain gate. The only thing that's clear is my head. My body is totally distinct from my will, and unable to defy the owner of the voice, it crosses into the courtyard of the Ryudo Temple. A courtyard sunken in darkness, and in the middle of it stands something possessing a magical energy beyond human. Hi!
Hi, Caster!
Oh god, remember when this was the fucking place of the final battle in the last one?
I was about to say just no. Just to shut you down for no reason.
A silhouette shimmers like a heat haze. The dark shadow that calls to mind the Angel of Death steadily peels away the darkness. And become the form of an ancient magician, like you'd see in a fairy tale. One moment. Sorry, there was some noise going on.
No fireworks this time.
No. Stop right there, boy. If you come any closer, I will end up killing you, won't I? A scornful laugh. It seems my body is enslaved to her will.
Hey, Caster.
My legs, which had so insistently prayed I could stop moving, now halt dead at a single word from her. Oh god, I love her lips.
She's so pretty.
My mind grates. My limbs won't move an inch, and before me stands a mysterious enemy. She's so strong here. That's the thing, though. Like, she's strong. She has cool, like, tricks, but like, this is Shirou we're talking about. A fucking moth could distract him and carry him away. I don't think there's a single servant that couldn't, like, put some kind of spell on him.
I'm so easily smitten, it's not even funny.
Yeah, this is an enemy. There's no room for doubt or mistake. This is a servant, the heroic spirit most skilled in magic of all the seven. The serpent caster. My frozen throat desperately moves, and I manage to shoot a glare at my enemy. Yes, that's right, boy. And this is my temple. I welcomed you here, Master of Saber. Her cool voice is simultaneously mocking. I try to tense my legs, but my body won't move at all. Damn it, what the hell am I doing? Letting myself get dragged all the way out here and not able to move a muscle on top of that? I concentrate on my arms and legs as hard as I can. I don't know how she's doing it, but it's caster's magic robbing my body of its freedom. Then, if I can just purge Saber's poison from my body, you'll be free, you think? Oh, cute. You're rather naive to think that could free you from the bonds of my spell. I mobilize my mind, the only bit of freedom allowed to me, and search through my body for caster's magical energy, for the enemy magical energy encroaching on my body from outside to rob my limbs of their freedom. With my eyes still open, I look only at my own body. It's alright. If I'm calm, it's not so difficult. Understanding my circuit and the flow of magical energy is something I do every night. Right now, I just have to repeat that and find caster's poison within my body. Even if I can't get it out again, if I concentrate on one spot, I should be able to move 3 out of 4 limbs. Huh? What does this mean? There's no foreign magical energy in my body at all. There's only one thing that seems like a toxin. Just a small point pressed to my chest. And yet, the whole of my body is abnormal. It's not that there's any abnormality in the flow of my blood. It's not my blood, but my blood vessels themselves that are abnormal. Figuratively, it's like my heart has been locked up. I guess the red point attached to my breast must be caster's magical energy. With a single, simple spell, my body has had every right of command completely robbed from it. It's ridiculous! Just squeeze the MILF energy out of yourself like a tube of toothpaste. What the fuck? The MILF energy?
It's too powerful.
Then, that could mean that caster cursed me while I was still asleep. Even if I was asleep, ensnaring someone with magic projected over such a long distance is impossible. Mages have something called magic resistance. It's a power to reject hypnosis, binding, and coercion, any magic that might restrict the mage's actions. As long as someone is a mage, they won't be so easily manipulated by another magic user. Fundamentally speaking, a mage is someone who possesses a magic circuit. The circuits that run through their body have a special property not used to generate magical energy, but also to repel magical energy from outside. Because of that, it's difficult to affect the inside of their body, where the magic circuit is working, and it's said to be difficult to manipulate a mage even several ranks weaker than yourself. Because the magic circuit becomes frantic trying to repel magical energy from outside, any magic is disrupted before it can be completed. Because of that, indirect intervention magics like hypnosis and binding have a very low success rate. Even if your target isn't a mage, if they have a magic circuit, they might still unconsciously repel it. With that in mind, affecting someone by simply hurling your magical energy at them? Like Tosaka making it into a weapon in the outside world first, and then using that to injure your opponent is much faster. A physical impact is the same for everyone. Whether they have a magic circuit inside their body or not, if you cut someone with a knife, they're going to bleed. So that's why this situation doesn't make any sense. No doubt, I'd take some kind of a penalty if magic were used on me from close by. If I'd met casters somewhere before, and she plays a curse of compulsion on me or something, it would be possible for her to manipulate me from far away. But I've never met Caster before, and I have no memory of being cursed either. In other words, this is our first meeting. Caster, without moving a step from this place, projected her curse all the way to the Emilia house and seized hold of my body. The word witch comes to mind. Oh! Oh! That is so good! That is such a good fucking sentence!
Mm-hmm.
If she can take over my body from kilometers away, a feat that should be impossible for another mage, then doesn't that mean that from here, Caster can bend the people of the town to her will? My will to resist is shaved away. If the magic is already complete, then whatever I do, there's no breaking this curse. As long as Caster doesn't undo the binding on me herself. And if no rescue comes for me, there's no longer anything that I can do. Do you understand now? It's not my magical energy that's binding you, but my magic itself. A magic that has already been completed can't be washed away with the water of magical energy. It's akin to solids and liquids. Even if you pour water on something that has gained shape, it won't lose that shape, will it?
That depends on what the thing's made of, Caster.
The shadow draws closer. The purple robe melting into the darkness raises a chill smile. But there are exceptions. For example, yes, the magic that you mages weave, to my eye, is no different from houses built of mud. Such a thing, if the water you pour is plentiful and violent enough, even if it has taken form, it can be easily washed away.
Oh god, she's one step ahead of me.
Do you understand? The difference between us is one of entire dimensions. Is that right? Is that why you went to all this trouble? To call me all the way out here? That's a perfect fate analogy because it's true enough for a quick explanation, but there are enough holes to overturn, yeah? Hey Tom, hi! That's right. The masters are all small fry, but even among them, you're by far the weakest. If nothing else, your magic resistance is no different from the people in town.
Shirou, like, I know, everyone keeps telling me.
It's natural to want to talk like this if you find such a master now. God! Big talk for someone in Gate of Babylon range. Don't be mean! Don't be mean. She got caught off guard at the fucking tail end of the last one. She giggles. There's nothing but the feeling of superiority of a predator standing before its prey. I fucking love how every single fucking character in this game has that comparison thrown at them at some point.
Right?
A chill runs down my spine. What does she mean she wanted to talk? She's just itching to kill me, isn't she? Look, you misunderstood again. Don't worry, if I killed you, I wouldn't be able to drain you of your magical energy. Oh, ma'am!
I see.
Ma'am! Ma'am? Ma'am,
Ma'am?
all the people of this town are mine. I have to keep them alive and have them give me everything, down to the last drop. Ma'am!
Good lord.
A cold laugh brushes my earlobe.
Oh man, are we gonna be normal about this again?
No. What? Inside my head, I feel something click into place. Just now, she said that she was draining magical energy from the people of town, didn't she? Master, you attacked innocent people. Oh, didn't you know? You'd allied yourself with that little girl, so of course I assumed you knew, but... I see. You didn't know yet, did you? You are the gas leaker! Caster's lips climbed to a still more amused smile, as though she's considering how to cook her captured prey. Stop! Holy fuck!
We have to press on. We have to be normal about this.
And I'll tell you, I, the servant caster, have a right to establish my territory. Mages have a workshop, don't they? This is no different. I'll build myself a temple in this place and protect myself from you. Fortunately, this place is ill ground for servants, you see. It's an excellent place to establish my territory, and more than anything, it's easy to collect magical energy here. At the beginning, I wasn't able to control myself because the magical energy you all have was so slight. But now I can collect it well enough. Look, you can see it, can't you? The store of hundreds of people's magical energy collected in this place. Pieces of that great rabble of people. So what? The incidents happening all over town? Those were you? Indeed. I told you that this is my temple, didn't I? Then is it not the duty of the people crawling below to offer me sacrifices? God!
Good lord. My goodness.
Sorry. Oh my god. People falling into unexplained comas across town. I didn't think there were so many, but she said that there are hundreds. 6! Shut just. And so, when I strain my eyes and look, it looks as though the vortex of magical energy filling the courtyard is made from the light of as many as 1,000 people. Aster! I pour strength into my arms and legs, but there's not the slightest change. And all there is before my eyes is the mocking form of Caster. Now then, with that, shall we finish up our little talk? This is boring you too, isn't it? Her voice whispers in my ear. God, please stop it! And at the same time, the form of the enemy I hadn't yet been able to see fills my vision. Master of Saber, I will take those command spells from you. After all, it would be too much of a shame to eliminate Saber. I'll have her slay that eyesore berserker. Aster raises her arm. Her fingers are clearly aimed for my arm. You're going to steal my command spells?
She's just gonna take your arm, buddy.
Can you do something like that? Osaka certainly did say that to tear out the command spell she'd have no choice but to tear the nerves out of my arm as well, but... That's right. First I'll peel your skin, and then I'll transplant your command spells to my master. But the command spell fuses the magic to the magic circuit of its possessor, doesn't it? Stripping you of your command spell means that I'll be tearing out your nerves as well. Plainly, as though talking about the weather, Caster says that. Tear out my nerves! She's going to pull out the nerves that stretch all throughout my body. If she does that, I'll... Yes, you certainly won't be normal after that, will you? I've not been normal for a long time! But don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. God. Desperately, I strain my arms and legs so hard I might tear them to pieces, but there's no change. My limbs refuse to move, and I, like a prisoner on the chopping block. Oh!
Oh,
A cold and bewitching smile. And fingers wreathed in a sinister light, like a spider crawling ever closer, slowly reach for my left hand. Hey, Jane, hi! We are very normal, don't worry about it.
what a normal time.
Are we going to do an interlude right now? Oh my fucking god, we're going to fucking interlude right now!
Of course, we're going to a fucking interlude right now.
How long was it before she realized that something was wrong? A feeling of wrongness, thin as spider silk, awakens her from the depths of sleep, and she carries herself out into the hallway. That's you.
Sorry, I had to reconnect.
Oh.
Technical issues, as always.
Don't worry.
Shirou?
At first, she thinks that it belongs to her master, because the disturbance comes from Miyashiro's room and goes outside.
Good grief. Is he still training his magic?
The golden-haired girl, Saber, lets out a sigh. It is good to have passion, but if she doesn't have him rest when it's time for it, his body won't last long. Then, as she turns to go and tell him so, she realizes her mistake. Upon confirming it, she gasps. The disturbance isn't coming from Shirou's room. In the moonlight, a slender thread shining in the darkness like her hair is stretched taut. A single thread has come from outside the grounds of the house and stretches into Shirou's room. The thread is so thin that even the boundary field laid on the house overlooked it. There's no time to think. In an instant, the girl takes on the form of a knight and immediately sleeps outside. Her boy toy is in trouble, god. She runs through the empty town. There's no doubt in Saber kicking off the... Oh my god, I just realized something. In the previous route, the one time we go to the Ryudo temple was because Saber was going by herself and Shirou...
The tables have turned.
The tables have fucking turned. Oh, the fucking parallels, the differences. I fucking love the series so much.
It's so good. I really quick, just this has been like such a narrative experience. I fucking love Fate. I can't wait to finish up getting all the identity spoilers so I can just kind of dive in and learn about the broader universe.
Yeah.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
She knows where she must go. She need only follow her master's heartbeat to the place where this thread leads. So all she needs to do is race there as fast as she is able. If that destination is enemy ground, or a place of death with traps laid out like jaws, it makes no difference. She vowed that she would protect her master. Then it's not even worth considering if any sparks might fall on her. She's so valiant and knightly. There, the mountain is stained by a vast magical energy. Ghosts circle in the air like ravens, and the leaves growing on the trees are drenched in invisible blood. The collected magical energy, the separated souls linger here, and no doubt the mountain will devour any who approach it. If there is such a thing as a place of death, this is unmistakably the genuine article. There, she steps forward without any hesitation. She has no intention of stopping in the first place. If this place is hell, then that is all the more reason she must rescue her master. She races up the stone stairs. There are none of the obstructions she expected. Her gaze is already fixed on the top. One more flight, and her legs, filled with magical energy as they kick off the stones, will reach the gate. But there, her charge stops.
Are we about to see the boy?
No, it's stopped by that enemy. Yeah, he's there!
There he is!
The stairs leading out to the gate. There, a single servant stands. His name is Sasaki Kojiro. Oh wow, we're just fucking unceremoniously fucking dropping it.
Oh, we just know this?
The servant assassin, guardian of the Ryudo Temple and wielder of the longsword Monohoshizao. Making it this far, as she grasps her invisible air, Saber's heart is disturbed. Her master lies beyond that mountain gate. But the servant who stands to block her path is much too mysterious. His heart that reveals his name with neither regret nor restraint. He has no stance, and his cool hostility is totally transparent. The savior of Orleans. That abnormal guilelessness, gormlessness, makes it impossible for her to gauge his strength. She can clearly see the caliber of her opponent as a servant. Assassin is not such an exceptional servant, but on the other side of her conclusion that he should be easy to defeat, her intuition tells her this. In a battle of swords, in a simple contest of swordsmanship, she cannot defeat this opponent.
I have no business with you. Get out of my way, assassin.
Pushing aside her inscrutable feeling of unease, Saber glares at Assassin. A single flight of stairs separates them from fighting distance. Descending or ascending, whichever steps forward first, there's no mistaking that, in that instant, a death blow will be unleashed.
Did you not hear me? I said get out of my way, assassin.
The final warning. And that, the longboard wielding swordman lets wash over him with a smile.
Who voiced this guy? I don't remember.
I think it was you.
I see. You wish to pass this gate, do you, Saber?
Her pure green eyes pierce through Assassin, as though to tell him it was a foolish question. Does he accept that? The longsword bounced through the night, as though drawing an arc.
Then force your way past me. If you don't hurry, there will be no life left to your lord.
A cool laugh. As though to say, aye, Saber steps onto the stone stairs. And at the same time, the falling longsword is deflected by her own invisible one. The sparks of their duel echo across the gusty summit. The battle that unfolds between them is an equal match. But it's not as though that places her at an advantage. She grows anxious. This enemy she must vanquish quick is, in truth, an enemy most difficult to defeat.
Shirou, please.
She desperately prays through clenched teeth, and in that opening, that excess itself soaks into her body. The battle drags on. The path to the mountain gate lies much too far away. Interlude out!
Anyway,
Are we
back
back?
to the MILF torture scene.
And back to the MILF giving the suck. Haster's fingers stretch forth. Oh, damn it! No matter how I try to resist, my body won't move. My limbs have no freedom. Feeling will be stolen from them, and then I'm going to die. Farewell, boy. If you're going to curse anything, then curse that you became a master with such little power. With my body unable to move, I accept Death's fingers. Rejecting the urge to shut my eyes, with all my strength, I glare at Caster. Oh? Good boy, I don't mind if you struggle. Oh, You can tell that Nazu's into fandom, huh?
Like, you can't just drop that this late into the thing. Like, it's not so obvious.
Yeah.
We've seen so much evidence.
As she mocks the greatest resistance that I can muster, Master places her fingers on my command spell. Ah. Even my mind that had been free begins to numb. And in the midst of my thoughts retreating far away, clang. From the mountain gate at my back, I hear only the clash of sword against sword. What sort of a miracle was that? I hear the sound of dozens of objects slicing through the air, and before my eyes, countless arrows stab into the ground. Ooh! Caster instantly jumps backward, and her black robe whirls about like a top. Huh? Arrows are stabbed into the ground at Caster's feet. 13 arrows were fired down from the sky above the mountain gate. Those arrows, most likely fired in a single breath, no doubt could have pierced Caster's breast if there had been but one more of them.
Not her titties, no.
Atop the mountain gate stands the owner of the arrows. The red-coated knight descends empty-handed to the ground.
Sitcom cheering.
I thought you'd be long dead already, but you're more stubborn than I expected.
There's the boy!
His back
Come
has
on.
come to save us.
The man, Archer, stands before me as though to block Caster and says those words. You... Why?
What? I was just passing by. Don't think too much into it.
God!
And how do you feel? Those arrows ought to have cut Caster's strings.
Huh? Hold that, I check my hands. They move. My limbs that had been so paralyzed regained their freedom just from that exchange. Can move. Caster's binding is broken, but...
Good enough. I'd like to tell you to do as you wish now. But if you don't want her to kill you, you should move from that spot. If you move thoughtlessly.
Archer? What is that damned assassin doing?
Come on, man. Look, as you can see, she'll take her anger out on you. A woman's passions aren't so easy to control. Good grief. It seems like it might get a little violent.
I don't know how serious he is, but the corners of Archer's mouth relax and he laughs.
Oh, what a man. No. Don't be so angry with him, Caster. Assassin is facing down Saber. I don't know who that samurai is, but to hold back Saber must be quite the master swordsman. Shouldn't you be praising him instead?
Even though he's facing an enemy, there's not an ounce of tension in Archer. Maybe she realized that? Caster regains her calm. Don't be ridiculous. You can't call him a hero if he couldn't even stop you. That man is much too weak to call himself a master swordsman.
Oh? The way you say that, it almost sounds like you're trying to say that Assassin is your ally, but your two masters are actually working together, aren't they? That's not the case. There's no explaining this situation. Two servants hold up in the same place.
Caster wordlessly looks Archer in the eye. Hidden by her robe, I can't see her expression, but it looks like she's trembling. Archer, is that true? Assassin and Caster's masters are working together?
Yeah. Assassin guarding the outside gate, Caster lurking within. It's obvious that the two of them are working together. It's not particularly rare for masters to ally themselves. In fact, even you and Rin have teamed up.
Now that you mention it, that is true. I don't know why I thought we would be the only ones teaming up. Then does that mean that there are two masters here at the Ryudo Temple? I wonder what you might say. You are plenty of the mark, aren't you, Archer?
Oh, I was wrong. Oh, brother. I was convinced you two were allies.
Yes, that is rather an extreme misunderstanding. Allies? Me working together with that dog? That man who's nothing more than my pawn? A markedly incongruous laugh shatters the tense atmosphere of the courtyard. And then Archer straightens his back.
Yeah, he does.
Something that hadn't existed until now reveals itself. Not Custer's enmity, and not the vortex of magical energy unfolding the courtyard either. Here, for the first time, Archer reveals his own naked hostility. That's right, your feeling is correct, Archer. My master hasn't allied themselves with anyone, and the Assassin's master is the same. No, that pawn has no master to begin with. Huh? Assassin doesn't have a master? What the hell does that mean? Servants can't exist without a master. Aren't they supposed to disappear without a source of magical energy?
Is she his master? Caster, you broke the rules.
Of course not, I haven't broken any rules. After all, it's mages who summon the servants, is it not?
Holy shit.
Then, as a mage myself, what's so wrong about me summoning a servant? Yeah, baby!
Holy shit!
I fucking love her so much.
That's so cool! Oh my god, what?
The black-robed witch declares with a chilled smile on her lips. And this is very, very well foreshadowed by the fact that most of her magic revolves around controlling other people so far. You know?
This is fucking wild.
Oh,
It's so sick.
good. It's so good! In other words, is the assassin at the mountain gate a heroic spirit that Caster summoned herself?
A servant controlling another servant, huh? I see. Then of course he'd be a fictional hero. Since Assassin wasn't summoned by a proper master, someone other than one of the killers who normally should have been summoned was made into Assassin. I don't care about that. Whatever heroic spirit he was to begin with, I'll just defeat him. But you didn't do this all on your own, did you, Caster?
I lost you. What led you to that conclusion, Archer? Also, hi, Arukana!
Well, it was just intuition. Masters are mages. If one of those mages made a greater mage than themselves into a familiar, I doubt that their relationship would just be that of a master and their servant. It's only natural that the master would be on their guard against a mage superior to themselves. If I were your master, I wouldn't give a witch like you any freedom. You should never have been allowed to summon a servant only as your own right hand, and not your master's.
In your way, you do have some wits about you, don't you, Archer? Very well. In deference?
Deference.
In deference to your cleverness, I'll let that insult pass unanswered. As she chuckles, Master stares at Archer. There's no longer anything but hostility between them now. Roughly 7 meters separate them. With the charge that Archer displayed on the schoolyard that night, he can cut Caster down before she can even finish casting a spell.
Now it makes sense. Saber, Lancer, and Rider all have powerful anti-magic, on an entirely different level from this man's magic resistance. It'd be difficult to affect them with any sort of magic, and so, a mage like you stands no chance against them. In which case, it's natural that you would turn to some sort of scheme. Breaking the rules and summoning the servant assassin with your own hand. Taking up residence here and collecting souls from the people of the town. Not doing any fighting yourself, but monitoring the state of the war with the eyes you've set up all over town.
You like her smile fading little by little.
She's so slowly getting grumpier as it goes.
You would do this much. Naturally, you've imprisoned your own master, haven't you? Like this idiot of a master here, they've long since become your puppet.
Hey, that wasn't called for. A smile that reveals nothing. My spine freezes at the sight of it. She's not just collecting magical energy from the people of the town. She's even using her own master as a tool, like I was until a moment ago. Caster is dangerous. Not in the sense of the pure menace that Berserker poses, but in a war, someone who can worsen the situation without ever showing themselves is the worst possible kind of enemy. Yes, you are right, Archer. But it's a mistake to think that I cannot defeat you. Winning the Holy Grail War is easy.
Oh, Jesus
God.
Christ. That's my fire alarm.
Oh no,
I'll be
please,
back. Hope I
take
don't
care of
die.
it. Oh gosh, please be safe. Oh Christ, oh cripes. Loving this Let's Play so far, it's weird being on the other side of this now. Oh, it's been an extremely good time just playing through this. I really hope she's fine. That's really bad. I just hope it was a little bit of smoke that triggered it. Caster luring Annie out of the house. No! It's a gas leak! Let's not joke about it. Let's not joke about it in case it's actually something serious. Oh god. How are you doing though, chat? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having fun with this woman? And this man's back? Chances are it was a fake triggering, you know? It will be fine, but just in case. Just in case, I have concerns. Oh... God. I was not expecting caster content today. You're chilling and kinda zoning out after a day out. Nice, nice. Let me take a sip of water. God, this series has been incredible to go through so far, and I can't wait to keep going. These voices are fun to listen to while I run with the blood madness in the good old game of vampires, fair enough. I do like voicing characters. I'd like doing Caster's voice a little bit more sultry and, you know, mommy-like. You support women's rights and women's wrongs, so Caster has your support, as she should. Oh, don't be like that, Willow. You want Caster to use you as furniture? That is so specific. That is so extremely, extremely specific. Holy shit. Where are their mids? Sadani, are you implying that women are mid? That is good old misogyny for you all, as always. She would too. She would. And we would thank her for it. Okay. Well, while Anya is out, and I am not going to say anything that could be spoilers just in case she comes back, you know, very quickly. Like, obviously I'm not going to say anyone's true name, but Ryder and Caster are two characters whom I have only really known through Fate Grand Order. Because, you know, like, I got into Fate through FGO, and this is my going back to the OG and having my fun with the OGVN. So my only context of Caster and Ryder are the far more toned down versions that are in the gacha game. So actually going into the VN and seeing them being such fucking like sadists and controlling women, it's ooh, ooh, oh boy, oh boy. Listen, it just makes me realize I maybe should level their skills a bit more and let them tag along now and then, you know? They suffer from similar lack of characterization in FGO as Saber, since they don't get much screen time, yeah. Which makes sense. It makes sense, they are in the game, but this is their story. Retreading the same story on FGO couldn't be really as satisfying because it would be just a follow-up to this, you know? I do like their appear. I do like that Ryder just is a, like, part of Gura now, you know? FGO with servants from old games, go play Stay Night! God. It's fan service on one end, and I think on the other end, there is a lot of, like, toning down, not just because of the fan service, but because they're following up on development that they get on the actual canon content. For example, if I recall, someone described Archer in FGO as basically Archer being summoned after both, like, Stay Night and the extra games, or like the main Holy Grail War. So Archer, the way that Archer is made into fan service is especially funny. I fucking love him in FGO, actually. I love that he's just part of the crew in the fucking cafeteria. Ah, what a boy. You mean Whole Wakraya? No, I mean Archer's appearance in Extra as well. Now you can see how we got there, slowly. Hey, Anya is taking her time. I really hope that she's not fucking burning down. I'm actually really worried right now. Ooh. I really hope things are fine. This music is far too intense for... You're begging people to look CCC Archer. I fucking love that Archer in CCC has like a latex jacket and a fucking collar on. Like, my boy just can't fucking get it. If it's a drill for her building, it might take a bit. If it was a drill for the building, couldn't they have announced it beforehand? Hey, LSI. Like, drills don't just happen without telling you they're a drill, right? Question mark? A Celtic MILF and a fox cosplaying as a cat. Which also, woofs. Do not forget about the woof. Oh, Anya has been playing... Fate Samurai Remnant as well in the off time. Not if they want to train them to be prepared at any moment. I understand that as a concept. I want to play it, Alice. But yeah, Samrem has been, like, she's been playing it on the side and she's been like live blogging a little bit at me. We actually got in a call and played it together a little bit. It's been fun. It's been really fun. Also, for anyone who wasn't here last week, I'm going to be playing the DLC with Ibuki soon. As soon as I get like a free slot in my schedule. I really want the to see what the new DLC adds. I am not immune to Big Sis Snake. I am not. I am not immune to big forearm Lamia body Ibuki. It looks so interesting. It's really good. It's really good. Are you aware of the vibe, Avocado? Do you know how it plays and the vibes of it? We still don't have a playable caster. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I really like the way they went for it. You know, like, what's the name? What's the warrior style named? God, I know I can just say Warrior's Light and it will be the same. But I forgot. And yeah, it's taking a while. I will say, Muso, yeah. Thank you, Muso Light. Muso Light, thank you, that was the word. I'm imagining that she is not actually in any danger and it is a drill thing going on. Mainly because I do have her, like, she's online. You know, she's online. If things were burning down, the computer could have gone out and she is online. I will, however, turn down the battle music right now and put some more ambiental stuff going on, or maybe like Saku's theme. Because it's kind of grating on me. Oh, I know what I can put on. I know what, hey, I'm going to put on a little music in the background, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm just putting on some nice, chill music in the background. Don't even worry about it. The immediate reaction. The immediate reaction from everybody. Anyway, so that will not be happening this week either, because of obvious reasons. But hopefully I will... I will wait. Haven't you ever seen posts from the famous Tumblr Why Nasu? I think I may have seen a couple of them. I'm going to bring this back to the night window while we wait. I am hopeful that Anya is fine. Time to read them in the downtime? Should I? Let's see. Why? nasu.tumblr.com. Why? The first post is biology of a squid. I kind of do not want to... Mollusk! Wait! Mollusk! Everything in the background is mollusk. Why? What happens with... No.
I lived.
Oh! She's here!
I lived.
She's alive.
Someone in my building burnt their dinner.
I'm glad it wasn't anything big.
It never is. This happens all the fucking time.
I'm just glad that you're safe, honestly. We were worried about you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sign off with such a worrying, like...
No, it's okay.
It just takes a while because you have to wait for, like, several members of the fire department and, like, every emergency responder in the area to show up to come shut off our alarm. It's ridiculous.
You saved us. You saved us.
I'm so sorry if I actually worried you guys. I promise everything's okay. Nothing's worried.
Big hugs to you. Don't worry about it.
Hello. Let's go back and do our things.
Let's go back. Let's not talk about mollusks anymore, and let's go back to this.
What did I miss?
Okay. Oh, right. Winning the Holy Grail War is easy. Just fucking win, lol. I'm devoting my efforts purely and simply to thinking about what comes after that. It's not as though I'm making plans because I fear you. Caster, he starts hearing an alarm from the temple, like, what the fuck?
You said that it was easy to defeat us, didn't you, Caster? Brave words for a witch whose only skill is running away.
I did say that. After all, here I'm stronger than anyone. I don't know about Saber or Berserker, but I doubt that you could even be able to give me a grace. The cockiness. More importantly, you should be thinking about your own means of escape. I allowed the first time, but there won't be forgiveness a second time. I will dispense a fitting punishment on anyone who calls me a witch. Ooh, Caster's robe distorts. No, Watchdog. Just so I have everyone on the same on the same wavelength. The music I put while waiting for Anya to come back was the music that plays in the Fate Stay Night porn scenes.
Jesus Christ.
That is the sex music.
I'm glad to know that that's what you put on to comfort yourself while I may have been in danger.
Caster's robe distorts. The magical energy filling the air turns to mist and conceals Caster's body. And in the face of that...
Interesting. You said I couldn't even graze you, didn't you?
Archer whispered that, with real amusement in his voice. Yes, I doubt you could even touch me. The Black Shadow replies, the red-coated knight lads. I see.
Then I'll take one shot. If I can't do it with that, I'll leave the rest to Saber.
The battle of the cockiness.
Oh, what a man.
Tags instant loss. And like a gust of wind, he dashes toward the Black Shadow. The red figure runs. I don't know when he grabbed them, but in Archer's hands are those weapons, the twin swords made as a pair. He allows no time for any spells. Faster than Caster can even reach out one arm, Archer closes the distance. And with those twin swords, he splits Caster in two. The bisected robe drifts gently to the ground.
I've seen Star Wars. I know what's going on here.
Before the corpse of the enemy he cut down with no difficulty, Archer stands unconvinced. No doubt, it's because it was such an anticlimax. After all that boasting, she was defeated without even a single counterattack. Even if he weren't Archer, you could say it's natural that he would be nonplussed. Archer is still gripping the twin swords. The red coat. The black and white swords are beautiful, and cruelly they steal my heart away. It's strange. Am I fascinated? Those twin swords. I'm sure they're famous blades with no small amount of history, but I can't feel the slightest trace of ill will in them. Gay. Just gay in chat. Sword pill, literally in love. Noble phantasms are superlative weapons, so it's natural that they should be beautiful. I'm certain that if I ever saw Saber Sword, it could be something magnificent as well. But these aren't anything like that. The will to fight that takes defeating others as its goal. The selfishness to want to leave a name behind for posterity. The competitive spirit to try to surpass a weapon someone else had made. The faith to try to accomplish some absolute great feat. Those principles of construction that allows famous blades and magic swords must have, that all famous blades and magic swords must have, they have none of them. If anything, the smith made them simply because he wanted to. Wroth twin swords, innocently made, as though he were questioning his own meaning as a master smith. I think that's what they are. Mirrored swords without an ounce of vanity. A smith's clumsy swords embodying white and black, yin and yang. I'm fascinated with them because, yeah, whole sum of their being is just so beautiful.
Thank you for the fanfic, Shirou.
Caster's body disappears. And seeing that through, in the instant that Archer moves to sheath his swords. Unfortunate Archer. To think that really was the best that you could do. Caster's voice rings out across the desolate courtyard. Oh! Archer leaps backwards. It's a repeat of their exchange from before. Bullets of light rain down from the sky to pierce Archer. And Archer deflects them with his twin swords. I cast Testicular Torsion! No. This isn't a repeat at all. Huh? The ground burns red. The magical energy contained in each of those little lights would, in truth, fill my maximum capacity more than 3 times. Even Archer could be blown in half if he took a direct hit. And he'd come to the same end as the black robe he had just moments ago. There she is. There she is!
Oh.
I look up at the sky. There's no moon, and a sea of jet black clouds flows across the night sky.
Now that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
In the middle of it, as though commanding the whole sky, the black mage reigns. That's Archer.
Sorry, I can't hear over the music. Teleportation or relative time control? Either way, here in this court, you can even mimic real magic, huh? I'm impressed, Caster. No, you can boast at least.
As he looks up at Caster floating in the sky, Archer adjusts his grip on his swords. Is that so? I can't think any less of you, Archer. I tested you because I thought you might be useful. But if this is the result, you're worth even less than assassin.
That's painful to hear. There's a next time. I'll show you a little more consideration.
Oh, there it is!
Ooh.
Don't be absurd. There is no next time for fools. You will vanish here, Archer. Archer's body flows. As though to escape from Caster's sight, he dashes to try to escape the courtyard. Did you think you could escape? Caster swings her staff. After the staff fixes its aim on Archer, a sight like some kind of a bad joke unfolds before my eyes. No. I can't even hear my own voice say that it's impossible. Caster's attack is an endless rain. Just how is this rain of light different from a bombing run? Every one of her attacks carries the threat of certain death, and Caster fires them one after another like rain. As a mage, even I can understand just how absurdly powerful a magic that is. That belongs to the realm of great magic. To activate it requires a simple magic circle and a 10 count instantaneous contract, namely an incantation at least 10 syllables in length. Because great magic is so powerful, it requires time to cast. That powerful of a magic could take even a first-rate mage a minute. It's of a level that could take even a mage who prepared a high-speed incantation at least 30 seconds. And she did it in an instant, without even needing an incantation, just by pointing her staff. And what's more, doing it again and again. I can't even think of anything to compare it to.
She
I
got
have fuck.
She
He's
got
run
done
out of.
so dirty in the Fate route.
She did. God.
Fox, to use A-rank magic over and over like this, you must have built up quite the store of magical energy.
Maybe he judged that he couldn't completely dodge them any longer. Archer deflects her attacks with his swords as he sprints across the courtyard. Archer, aiming for the edge of the courtyard, changes his route halfway as though he'd realized something. Idiots! Oh, that's you.
Idiot! Just how long do you plan to stand there for?
Look at him, just so mad.
He's so angry.
Oh, the voices for the BN are low on purpose, so that we don't like interfere with them when we're like talking over them. Because they're in Japanese, we decided that we wanted to like speak them for anyone listening in on the streams instead of like watching it along. And having them at full volume made us like pause for waiting for them to end. Archer's face reddens with anger as he yells at me. Huh? At that I realize, this place has long since stopped being safe. The bullets of light pouring down are really already falling from above my head.
What the hell am I doing this for?
Archer complains. And in the instant that I tried to leap back out of the way, my body is gently lifted into the air, yes. Huh? I kick my legs without thinking. I can't believe it. Archer is running, carrying me in his arms.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Ah. Put me down, you jerk! What are you thinking?
The hell if I know? Do me a favor and shut up. What do you say that? Stupidity makes my head hurt, you idiot.
God, look at them! Idiot! Are you calling me an idiot when you know you're one yourself, you asshole?
I love these two, oh my gosh.
God, are you a little kid? There's nothing I can do if you're a brat as well as an idiot. At least pick one, you moron.
Fucking kisses right here.
It's so stupid hearing them bicker.
I guess Archer is under a lot of pressure himself. His words and his accusations are contradicting each other. But even though he saved my life, I can't just accept that fact. Hey, you let go of me already. I can handle this match by myself. I don't need your help. No, more importantly, I can't stand being a burden. There it is. Oh, there's a fucking mental illness.
Oh, it's peeking through.
I'm sure that by himself, Archer could have already escaped the courtyard. But protecting me put distance between him and the exit. From Cassier's perspective, high above our heads, Archer running around the courtyard is probably a perfect target. Archer, are you listening to me, you bastard?
I see. So there's no need for me to hold back then.
With that, Archer suddenly kicks me into the air.
Just punted.
I slam into the ground. I guess he must have kicked me pretty hard. There's no mistaking that I was thrown about 5 meters. Son of a... I endure the pain and climb back to my feet. Huh? Archer has stopped, dead in his tracks. The rain of light has stopped. All there is just the chill freezing my ears. He's... At that, I finally realize that the air around Archer is solid, like it's been frozen. How does that feel, Archer? Even one of the 3 knights can't move if the very air around them is frozen, no? Oh boy! Caster's voice is filled with pride in her victory. Perhaps Archer can't even hear her. He remains still as though time itself has stopped. Oh boy! Well, this would seem to be checkmate. Saber is outside, so I have no more time to spend on you. I don't know what hero you were, but this is goodbye. Archer? Caster points with her left hand.
Owl noises.
And from her hand falls the light of instant death. But just before that, Archer whispers something. What is it, Archer? If you mean to beg for your life, I don't mind listening.
This, Caster.
There's annoyance in his whisper. And when Caster and I have clear ears...
Oh, I said dodge this, Caster.
Yelling that out, Archer leaps. Did he shatter the hardening of the air by force?
Flexed
With
rippling back muscles.
With a sound like breaking glass, Archer vanishes from our view. What kind of... Distracted by Archer's gel, Caster is bewildered. And from both her sides, a black light and a white light drawing an arc toward Caster through the air. Ooh! Caster's robe tears. Perhaps in reaction to Archer's roar, Caster evades the 2 weapons by a hair. It goes without saying that the things that attacked her from both sides were Archer's twin swords. In that instant, when he kicked me away, just before he was ensnared in Caster's magic, Archer flung his sword out to both sides. The thrown swords sped along the ground, and after some time, they attacked Caster flying in the air.
That's so cool.
Archer, he really is an archer! I was going to joke! Wow, Archer Glacier is made of archers, but they actually fucking said it! Where did he... This time I'm really speechless. And the same must be true for Castro as well. The Red Knight who leapt back from the courtyard has already put her in check. Resting one knee on the ground, he aims his bow into the sky. His aim is for Castor. And the arrow set in his bow is the same magic sword that he fired at Berserker.
Wait, who? Wait, huh? I am the bone of my sword.
Archer's voice shakes the air. That!
Words.
Castor's urgent incantation. And clearly anticipating it,
That's so cool. Colored book.
Archer releases the arrow from his hand. There's Caladbolg. Oh, that's so cool! That's so cool! That's so cool! Is that his Noble Phantasm? The arrow he fired twists the very air around it. Caster gasps high above us. The arrow, like a tornado, easily penetrates Caster's defenses. Most likely, judging by the way it wrapped the air, even if Caster had tried to teleport, No doubt she could have been twisted apart right along with the air. Even so, Castor survived. The black robe drifts down in pieces, and the flesh beneath the robe is ripped and torn. Castor is using all of her magical energy to regenerate herself, but if she'd been struck directly, she could probably have been vaporized before she could even regenerate. That's right. Archer's arrow wasn't a direct hit. He shot it into the empty space a little away from Castor, and Castor's defenses were simply shattered by its aftershock. He missed. No, I guess that's wrong. It's not that his arrow missed its mark, he missed her on purpose. What was he thinking? Even though he had a perfect chance to kill her, Archer deliberately missed his target. Silence returns to the courtyard. Before my eyes are Archer and Castor glaring at Archer in astonishment. As you'd expect, that attack must have taken a lot out of him. The magical energy I feel from Archer has grown faint. Same goes for Castor. Even if he missed, Archer's attack shaved away the better part of Castor's body, and her magical energy as well. Even if there is a vast pool of magical energy in this courtyard, there's no point to it if Castor's ability to drink it up has been damaged. Ooh. There's no spirit in the fallen Castor. Although she's barely managed to make the shape of the vessel of her flesh and bone, the inside of it is empty. It's impossible for her to keep fighting. Breathing heavily, Castor looks over at me. For some reason, she compares the servant who cast her to the ground and me, who didn't matter to anything. Archer, why did you miss just now? She asks in a dispirited voice. Archer shrugs his shoulders, as though to say that the question itself is strange, and...
No, I said I'd take one shot to test you, didn't I? You dodged the first one. Everything after that was just extra. Or what? You can't mean to say you wanted me to break my promise and hit you.
What a fucking man! What
God,
a fucking
he's
man!
so cool. Oh my god.
He says something fucking preposterous.
I love when Shirou swears.
And you didn't intend to kill me.
I just fell for your provocation. My objective was with that man over there. I never planned on fighting any other servants.
Certainly. Right from the beginning, it had felt like his heart wasn't in it, or like he didn't hold anything resembling hostility. The Shirou swears get to you, they're so good.
They're so fucking funny.
You see, so it's not as though you came to fight with me at all, huh, Archer?
That's right. Just like that coward there. I made it a rule to avoid needless fighting. I draw my sword only when I'm certain of victory, and only when I've sworn to kill. I hate taking life meaninglessly.
Is there something funny about that? Esther relaxes the corners of her mouth and raised a genuinely amused smile. Is that right? Then you're saying the two of you really are alike? The two of them! Our voices overlap. Alike? Me and Archer? How exactly? Am I wrong? You both hate to take life in vain, don't you? That boy can't forgive servants like me who feed on innocent people. And you prefer to avoid meaningless slaughter. Look, you're the very same, aren't you? Is that not why you've joined forces? What led you to that ridiculous conclusion? Your eyes are going bad. Who the hell could want to be like this guy? Anya is having a time. Anya is having a time. I know that
Always.
Anya is having a time.
At any given moment, I am always having a time.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. We both long for peace, but we differ greatly in our reasons for it. I make a point of dealing with problems as quickly as possible. I don't fret over them endlessly like he does.
Long for peace? Are you fucking serious? I haven't forgotten. You shot at Saber just the same as Berserker. Even though you made Saber fight alone, while you hung out somewhere safe.
There wasn't much I could do there. At that time, we weren't yet allies. I simply prioritized defeating Berserker ahead of Saber's safety. Or what? You're not telling me to try to save everything I can see, are you? In that case, Berserker wouldn't be something to be defeated either.
Oh my fucking god, friction!
I'm squinting so hard.
Are you too fucking done? With a growl, we glare at each other. Oh god, I just can't get along with this fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
Why the hell does everything he says get on my nerves like this? Then, looking at us, Caster lets out a yet more amused laugh. I like you, Chu. Your powers and your way of being are both hard to find. It's a shame to make enemies of you. I tilt my head in confusion. Archer looks away from me, turns and glares gravely at Caster. Wait a second, what are you trying to say? Don't you understand? I'm telling you to join forces with me. I can prepare you something better than the partner you have now. For the boy, a servant greater than Saber. And for you, a contract with a greater mage than your current master. My thoughts grind to a halt. Honestly, I have my doubts whether she's serious and about her sanity. I don't think it's such a bad deal. I made arrangements to end this war. I told you, didn't I? That winning it is easy. How about it? If you want to survive, shouldn't you do as I tell you? You don't even have to think about that. I decided to fight in order to stop anyone who would involve innocent people. Then, I can't agree to anything she says. No thanks. I won't team up with a witch like you. I declare. That's the natural answer. We can't team up with this servant, and more than anything, we can't betray our partners. I'm going to fight together with Saber, and Archer wouldn't do anything to betray Tosoka. Then, why has he been quiet for a while now?
Always sunny music.
Archer, you!
I refuse. There's no reason to join forces with you. Even before that, your camp is a little short on strength. However much you might increase your strength, you can't match Berserker. You're still not in any condition to side with.
I breathe a sigh of relief. I had a bad feeling, but he's not that kind of guy. I can stand him, but he is entirely rational. I see. And our negotiations have broken down?
That's right. But I have no intention of fighting you here. I took it on myself to turn up here. My master hasn't ordered it, so there's no reason for me to kill you. How about we agree to call this a draw?
Huh? At that, I can't believe my ears. Did he just say he's going to let Caster get away? I'm surprised. Your master has been pursuing me, hasn't she? And yet you're going to let me go?
That's right. I don't care how many people you kill here, nor is it anything for me to concern myself with.
Oh, what a cruel man. You mean to say that poison has its uses?
My master isn't all that enthusiastic about killing all other masters. So if you kill some of the other masters for her, that does me a service. I doubt it will be too late to settle this fight after that's done.
Perhaps she's accepted Archer's proposal. Caster flares out her black robe. Wait, Caster! I run toward the disappearing Caster, but Archer holds me back with his hand.
Are you an idiot? If you chase after her, she'll certainly kill you.
A calm and collected statement. One laden with so much truth that it makes me sick with anger. I stop. Caster's black robe lightly catches the wind, and like that, it vanishes like a magic trick. Caster has disappeared. The only ones left in the courtyard are me and the calmly standing Archer. That posture offends me. Archer has saved my life twice now. If he hadn't been there, Caster could have stolen my command spells, and after that I wouldn't have been able to dodge that rain of light, and I could have been torn to shreds. That doesn't have anything to do with this. No matter what, I can't forgive him for approving of what Caster has done. Archer, why did you let Caster go?
It wasn't time to fight her. Even if I had cut her down here, I'm sure she would have managed to get away. I doubt you missed the way she teleported just now.
That's certainly true. If Caster had seriously tried to run away, we wouldn't have been able to catch her. What's more, this courtyard is Caster's backyard. This is that witch we're talking about. Even weekend, she probably has a trump card or two around here somewhere.
Seems you understand. If we're gonna defeat Caster, her master comes first. No matter how much she might leap through space to get away, if we defeat her host, even Caster won't be able to do anything but disappear.
Targeting the master before the servant. That's a frontal attack in the Holy Grail War, and the least dangerous choice. Know that, but still, you're going to let her go because of that? The stuff happening around town is all her doing, right? As long as we do not stop Caster, there will keep being more victims. I can't just let something like that go. Yeah, this tension music is good.
Why? It's not gonna hurt you personally. In fact, I'd prefer if she kept at it. Caster's going to suck up people's life force and use that strength to defeat Berserker. We can defeat Caster after that just as well. Rin and I can defeat Caster, but we're no match for Berserker. Until she defeats Berserker, I'll let Caster do as she pleases.
My face burns red. The blood rushes to my head, and I find myself wanting to punch Archer. Don't be ridiculous. Osaka could never go along with that.
That is true. Why I want Caster to finish things up quickly. If Rin catches Caster, there will be no avoiding a confrontation. It would be ideal if Caster could eliminate Berserker before that. What? I don't know how many people will be killed, but if we can defeat Berserker, that way it's a small price to pay, no? In the end, humans die. Whoever they're killed by, or how, doesn't change the outcome. The Caster's taking her time too. It'd be better if she took their lives as well, not just their magical energy. If all the people of the town were dead, it'd be a little easier to fight. My own master is soft to her core. If that happened, she wouldn't be able to worry about appearances anymore. Gosh.
The Red Knight says with a dry smile. And with amusement too. That the people who live here are just in the way. Seriously saying the same things as Caster with his own mouth. You.
Yeah, as you know, Rin is the type to fixate on formalities. As a mage, there's nothing to criticize about that, but as a master, she lacks a certain coarseness. Yes, if she were a little more like Caster, I wouldn't have to work this hard.
You son of a bitch! What? I punch Archer in the face!
Oh fuck!
There's no way that something like that will connect, and Archer dodges it with no difficulty.
What are you doing? Weren't we supposed to be allies?
Fuck you! I'm nothing like you, sacrificing the people around me in order to win? For results? Like I'd ever do something like that.
The same goes for me and Miyashiro. But you can't save everyone. For example, if Castor gets her hands on the Holy Grail, I doubt the damage will stop with just this town. Same goes for Iliasville, and the other masters as well. As far as I know, you and Rin are the only masters who won't use the Grail for their own ends. And so, if we don't win, the damage will be greater. Then, we have no choice but to sacrifice the people of this town and have them be of some use to us. If by doing that we can limit the damage, that's the same as your principle, is it not?
Ooh!
Yeah!
My head goes numb. I don't need him to tell me something like that now. You can't save everything. That was something Kiritsugu always said.
Yeah, I bet it was.
So even if it's said to me like this, it shouldn't have any impact, but I can't help but get angry at what he has to say.
You said you didn't want innocent people caught up in this, didn't you? Then accept it. Your method of not killing a single person, in the end, can't save anyone at all. Just as Castor says, unfortunately, we're alike. We don't want there to be more victims, we have no choice but to cooperate.
You're wrong. I can't team up with someone like you. I will never accept you.
I see. So it was only Rin that you trusted.
Did me carrying you in my strong, manly arms mean nothing to you, Shirou and Miya? I turned my back on Archer. I'm different from this guy. If I can't let Castor do as she pleases, there's only one thing I should do.
You can't possibly mean to chase after Castor.
I ignore him and start walking. My destination is the inside of the temple. If this is Castor's home base, then her workshop should be inside the temple.
I can't believe it. You don't stand any chance against Castor by yourself. If you value your life, then give it up.
I guess he's still not finished complaining. Archer follows right behind me.
Do you intend to throw away the life I went to all this trouble to save? I don't care if you do, but how about you at least leave me a word of thanks? When I came to help you, in my own way, I was doing you a kindness. I won't ask you to call me your savior, but I would appreciate some gratitude as a friend you faced death with.
Oh, God. Oh, God, this guy really gets on my nerves. Shut up. Who's supposed to be your friend here? Hurry up and go back to Tosaka. Even if she asks you to, I do not need your help. I look away with a snort. And this time, I head for the Rito Temple without looking back. There.
I see. It's for the best you don't like me.
An icy bloodlust is unleashed behind me. What? My jumping back and turning toward him. And the slash of Archer's short sword are wholly simultaneous. Oh!
Holy shit!
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
I didn't think you would do that!
Sensation of being slashed from my collarbone to the middle of my back. The blood pouring from my body, and my consciousness that will disappear in an instant if I let go of it. The pain is incredibly sharp, almost as though my skin and flesh are being burnt. I stumble backwards. Not to try to run away, just unable to put any strength in them to try to keep my toppling body standing. My legs totter backwards. Kawapunga it is then.
Fuck it, we ball.
You!
Seems like I missed. Perhaps it was my blunder for not being able to wholly contain my bloodlust. Perhaps it was your quick wit in reacting to it instantly. Well, I don't really care either way.
With his sword soaked in my blood, in his hand, Archer walks toward me. I'm going to die. Struck with the intuition that I'm going to be killed, my legs desperately start to move toward the exit of the courtyard. Aiming for the gate leading out to the stairs, I stagger backwards. Does he understand that this wound is fatal? In no hurry at all, he slowly walks toward me. My consciousness retreats. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I thinking aiming for the gate? Why was it that I was cut? My mind for such things flows out along with my blood. That I remain conscious in the midst of all that might be thanks to the blade he carries. A white sword, short sword. That plain sword strangely burns itself into my eyes and holds my drooping eyelids open. God, you have such a fucking sword kink. But that's the end. When I realize it, the mountain gate is at my back. Even though the stone steps are so close, I can't even turn around. If you ask why, in the moment that I turn my back on him, Archer will split Shirou in two.
This is the end. There's no meaning in your fight, so die here, Shirou.
He raises his swords. The white jean sword races like a guillotine. Meaning? In my fight? It's more likely, don't you think?
That's right. Fighting not for yourself, but for someone else is just hypocrisy. What you desire is not victory, but peace. Isn't that right? Even though such a thing doesn't exist anywhere in this world.
What did you say? My fading consciousness resists Archer's words. But my mind and body both are already fading away.
Farewell. Drown clutching your ideals.
A voice filled with hatred. The Jin sword Bakuya flutters. The sword, already swung down on my shoulder once, moves to split my body in two. Just before that can happen, it's my heart that wants to reject his swords. His words. I leap backwards with no thought to what comes after. The short sword cutting through the air and my body leaping out into space. At my back is a bottomless darkness. Oh, the thumb of impact. Oh god, I thought he was going to be caught by Saber. And after that, my body rolls down the hard stone stairs. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, that is a fucking assassin.
What is that?
Right next to me, I hear a voice I've never heard before.
Shirou?
Oh, my bad. And then a voice I can't mistake. Saber! My vision is mostly gone. I try to raise my blood-soaked body, and then like that, I collapse on the stairs.
Shirou, hang in there. Bastard. You injure him this badly and now you throw him down the stairs?
Is that Saber? With an urgent voice quite unlike her, Saber lifts me up off the ground. I got a boo-boo. But that's not good. I don't know who it is, but right next to her, there's another unidentified servant. If she concerns herself with me, then her defenseless back will be attacked, won't it? It's fine, Saber.
Be quiet. We still have time. With your ability to regenerate, we get home right away.
Saying that much, I guess she must have realized. Still holding me up, Saber turns to the servant at her back.
Assassin, why did you not strike me down?
That would have been truly tactless. No one can pluck a flower that appears but for an instant.
Unable to understand her enemy's meaning, Saber quizzically tilts her head.
What? I was merely captivated by the sight of you. The face you made during our duel was nice as well, but the straight face you made just now mustn't be undervalued. Simply couldn't help but appreciate it.
Is that a kimono? The servant in the terribly anachronistic costume said those words and promptly turned his back on us.
This was quite enough for this evening. You ought to take your leave, Saber.
He is not immune to Saber.
Who could be?
Who is?
You're letting us go, assassin. That's right. If you say that we'll finish this another time, I'll let you go. Can't expect a satisfying fight from you in your current state. That would be a shame for me as well.
Saber glares at Assassin, and the Assassin coolly looks back at her.
He is pretty cool.
The meeting of their gazes that took my breath away, in truth, lasted not even 10 seconds.
Understood, assassin. I swear that I will settle things with you. Good answer. I look forward to it, O King of Knights.
Oh! He just fucking calls her out on it, huh?
Oh, he knows.
Holding me in her arms, Saber descends the stairs. But at the mountain gate, I see the shape of the Red Knight rushing down the stairs to prevent her escape.
Archer.
Saber quizzically raises her voice. He said that when the time comes to kill, he brings his son down prepared to make certain of it. Then for Archer, it couldn't possibly make sense to allow me to survive here. He swung his sword in order to kill me. Then whatever happens, he will finish me off here. Oh god. The red coat flutters like wings. It doesn't matter to him if Saber is here or not. Leaping down the stairs toward me, Archer swings down his sword. Blade and blade collide. An interception like a flash of light. The blade that intervened deflects Archer's sword, and like that it moves to cleave the neck of Archer hanging in the air.
Assassin! You!
Twisting his body, Archer lands on the stone steps. The red-coated knight, his path blocked by the servant in the kimono, stands unable to descend the stairs.
Do you intend to get in my way, samurai?
Archer raises his twin swords and stands against the servant assassin. And before him, as though nothing had happened, Assassin slightly raises the tip of his blade.
That's my line. Do you intend to interfere with me when I said I would let them go?
God, they're so fucking cool, every single one of them.
I love these edgy boys so much.
God! He says with amusement. I don't know what his plan is, but it seems he really does intend to let us go.
Moreover, it's my duty to guard this gate. I allow none to pass alive, nor any to return alive. I overlooked your entry, but your departure is another matter. Yours is not an especially beautiful head, but tonight will have to do.
So, head?
So head?
Bloodlust leaks off of him. Assassin is as sharp as the longsword he holds in his hands. There's none of the air of intimidation beating against my whole body that Archer and Saber have. Rather than hostility, like a pin sharpened down to its absolute limit, aims only for his opponent's head.
Bold words, bold words. Caster's pawn, who couldn't even give Saber a single wound, is gonna fight me. I could say the same to you. I sent you up to give that vixen a shock, but I'm disappointed to see you fleeing for your own safety.
God! Archer class is made up of swallows. Shut the fuck up, that's incredible, that's the best. They face off only for an instant. Ooh! And then a sword fight that makes my eyes go wide and falls between them. I'm captivated at the sight. Of course you fucking are. You fucking sword sexual Shirou.
He's right though. He's right. Let him talk.
He is. But he's fucking dying. To be honest, I can't even comprehend assassin swordsmanship. To my eyes, with only a small amount of understanding, it's not just a question of it merely being fast or keen. But that's why I was captivated by his technique. His twin swords slice through the air like a dance. Archer is rivaling assassin swordsmanship that I can't even comprehend, with a skill that seems like I could manage to reach. To confess, you could say that I idolize him.
Yeah, I bet you did.
He's matching blades against Assassin's magic sword purely with a technique influence, uninfluenced by ability or natural talent, forged by an iron will. Damn it, of course he's strong. His strength's different from Saber's or Tosaka's.
Stupid sexy Archer.
A level of training built up precisely because he's not extraordinary. I'm sure that he had nothing. That's why he took only the limited things he had, what little he possessed, and he single-mindedly trained them until he reached that level.
Shirou, while we still can, whatever happens, you need to rest.
Saber's voice brings me back to myself. With Saber holding me in her arms, we leave the Ryudo Temple. As Archer and Assassin's unending duel rings out behind us. God!
Fantastic.
By the time we return to the house, my wound has mostly closed. Fucking Avalon bullshit. Because you're connected to Saber, you have Saber's regenerative ability too, right? Maybe Tosaka's opinion is right? When I was touching Saber, my wound healed fast enough to see. God, that's so cool actually.
So, what in God's name happened, Shirou?
Shirou, what the fuck? Goodbye, Arukana! I'm glad you enjoyed watching live.
Bye-bye.
Oh wow, we skipped over the whole school day. This night is gonna be crazy. Yeah, I fucking called it! After she finishes dressing my wound, and we get changed and moved to the dojo to avoid waking Fujine, Saber asks for an explanation. So there's this hot dummy mommy who kinda pulled me in with her sweet words.
Ah yes,
then...
Caster.
And then stupid sexy Archer on his back and his swords rescued me. Summing up
then emphatically unrescued him.
Yeah, summing up the important points as much as I'm able, I tell her how, controlled by Caster, I walked all the way out to the courtyard. About Caster's relationship to the people falling into comas all over town. About how Archer came to rescue me when my command spells were about to be stolen. And how, in the end, Archer tried to kill me. Saber is pondering something. With all that happened tonight, of course she'd want to think and put it all together.
I see. Then Archer allowed Caster to escape.
Yeah, that is exactly what he did. He's the worst. However much he's doing it to win, using somebody like Caster, like that he's not any different from Caster, is he? Blood rushes up to my head, again, when I remember. Damn it, I really should have hit him in the face back then. Then, Saber makes a strange face. Saber, why are you smiling like that?
No, I just thought it's rare for you to speak ill of anyone. I've only known you for a few days, but I do know that you're not the sort of person to talk behind someone's back like this. Especially not a back like that one.
When she says that, grumbling like this certainly is childish, and I feel ashamed. But there's no way I couldn't, is there? After everything that he said? First of all, he even made fun of his partner, Tosaka.
Yes, that is true, but Shiro, I have to ask, are you really able to forgive Archer's betrayal? Somehow you don't look angry at him for attacking you.
Huh? Ah, I see. In a sense, Archer trying to kill me is a betrayal. No, but that's wrong. It's not like he betrayed me. He and I never promised anything. So even if Archer attacked me, I think that's fair play. God, this fucking boy.
That is true, but good grief, you're an odd one, aren't you, Shiro?
He says in exasperation. But somehow, there seems to be some affection in her tone.
Well, to cut to the point, I'm the same as you, Shiro. I cannot leave Caster to do as she pleases, but I don't think that Archer is immoral.
Wait a second. How much of that were you listening to, Saber?
All of it. I'm saying that because of everything you told me, I agree with you. What's more, his swordsmanship was pure. I doubt there's any wickedness in his heart. I think that dance-like technique speaks to his character.
That grates on me all the more. There's something wrong with Saber complimenting a guy like that. To begin with, if we're talking about swordsmanship, Archers is... That's wrong. That was just my mind playing tricks on me. Compared to Saber's, it's like yogurt that's about to expire. What does that mean?
Nasu's so good at analogies. Also Nasu.
What are you talking about? His swordsmanship is no big deal. He took me by surprise and he couldn't even kill me, remember? He's got some nerve calling himself a servant like that.
Yes, that's why I'm saying you have an aptitude for it as well. With enough training, I'm sure you could reach Archer's level.
Ugh. When she says that with such a gentle face, I can't argue anymore. Anyway, it seems clear that Saber recognizes the value of Archer's swordsmanship. And somehow, I can stand that, for reasons even I don't understand. Saber, you said I have an aptitude, right?
Yes. If your skills mature, I expect you'll be a fine swordsman.
Then it's decided. When my wounds are healed, please teach me the sword. Not training to survive like we had until now, I want you to teach me how to fight. I firmly grasp Saber's hand and look her straight in the eye.
Yes, if you say so, Shiro, I don't mind, but...
Alright, if I can study under Saber, I have no complaints. I can't let a mistake like tonight happen again, and it's not in my nature to just run away. Besides, more than anything, I can't allow myself to lose to someone who said that in order to reduce the number of victims, you should create more victims yourself. I will never lose to Archer. Also, I need to check very quickly. Master Caster.
Fucked up.
That's so cool.
That's so interesting. Fuck.
That's so fucking cool.
Should we call it here?
Do you want to see if there's like a dream scene like usual?
Yeah, let's give that a check.
Oh yeah, there is?
Of course there is.
Huh. When I come to, I'm in an impossible place. There's no end to the flat wasteland, and no matter what I can't see beyond the horizon. The ceaseless wind carries sand upon it, and it hurts my eyes. In the midst of all that, I stand idly. There's no particular need to panic. I know the scene. If nothing else, I remember dreaming this dream before. Understanding then that this must be a dream, I decide to wait until I wake up. Suddenly, a strange feeling races down my arm. I hear the clanging sound of steel. When I strip off my sleeve, there is my arm itself turned into swords.
Hmm.
Oh god, just that. That was just it. God. I leap from my futon. Before I check to see if this is my room, first I check my right arm. It's fine. My right arm is an arm. Just the way it's supposed to be. It doesn't feel hard and it hasn't turned into swords either. It was a dream, right? I breathe a sigh of relief. It's not clear to me why I had a dream like that, but it might have had something to do with my contract with Saber. If I get the chance, maybe I'll ask Tosaka. More importantly, I have to make breakfast. It's before 6 o'clock. Even if Sakura isn't going to be here starting today, Saber and Fujine are still here. Even this is probably a little late to be starting breakfast for 3 people. Oh well. We'll have to see breakfast later. Wait. No, there's gonna be something before the breakfast. What did you want to do?
I think we should pause it here and leave ourselves in that note for next week.
Let us pause here for now.
I keep glancing at the clock, like, oh my god, it's almost 8 o'clock. Like, how is it? Oh yeah, fire alarm.
We got through the day though. That was good.
We sure fucking did. What a day it was.
Wow. So, anything at all you would want to share?
There's so much to take in from today.
What a fucking day.
I completely forgot that I was worried about Sakura at the start of this day.
Right?
Like, I totally forgot that was even on the docket.
I'm so sorry, Sakura. We loved you, but like, have you seen what is going on?
Sorry, did you see all the shit after? Like, like, yeah, I'm concerned about Sakura, Shinji, and Rin and all that stuff. But also, yeah, good God, it's a servant summoning servants. Friends trying to kill each other.
Yep.
Extremely suspicious parallels that I think are either confirming my suspicions or are wrong in a way I couldn't possibly foresee.
Oh, I love seeing your mind just wear with theories.
It's kind of just the one. It's the one theory right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the one I said at the end of last episode. When I said, quote, it's a fucking Kisugu.
There's so much. Holy shit.
But there's so much. Like, I'm fully aware that I could be right. I could also be wrong. I could be right. Asterisk? Like, kind of yes, but no.
Oh.
And that was like really great fighting, and that whole situation with Assassin was really sick. I really, really liked seeing Caster do something other than summon minions and then get really unceremoniously murdered.
Yeah, she was really fucking cool.
Thank you to Gilgamesh for not interfering this time. That was polite of him.
Every single day that comes closer to the end of this Holy Grail War, I'm going to be like just clutching my legs like, when is Gilgamesh going to show up?
It's so fucked up having completed the other road then going into another one where you're just like, I know he's here. He's here somewhere.
Yeah, like,
I know he's wandering about. He's probably hanging out in a basement with his feet up somewhere, just killing time. But
yeah. He's just fucking like slowly, like he's like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode.
Right.
Oh God, I love seeing everyone get different roles in the different routes.
It's so interesting.
Mm.
And it's like, Caster was nothing in the Fate route. She existed, she was a very brief one-off encounter. She was basically a jobber, and then she just dies. She just dies. Like,
yeah.
It's unceremonious, it's quick, and we also saw Assassin once. He introduced himself, went off about his noble phantasm, and then he disappeared from the story. And now, we have some context as to why. But it's also nice getting to see either of these girls do literally either of these servants do literally anything.
Oh, I really like that assassin you specifically, King of Knights,
Yeah, I know.
because
That
we
was
have
awesome.
not, we don't know her name yet in this route.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and Shirou was too. Understandably, he was a little too busy thinking about other stuff to really catch that. But also, have we now seen the Core 7 in this route? Like, have we seen all of the servants at least?
Lancer at the beginning as usual, there's Archer, there's Saber, Rider attacked by her, Caster there, Assassin there, and Berserker. Yeah.
I can't wait to see Lancer again.
Tell Chad about your experience with
I
Lancer.
started playing Samurai Remnant, and when he appeared, I was on call with Whack, and it was an absolute blast, and I love him so much, and his sprite is so good, and the little teeth at the corner of his mouth drive me wild. He's got these tiny little fangs, and he's the cutest little mongrel.
What are you, Gilgamesh?
No, but he literally is.
Mongrel.
I said it when we were fucking playing Samurai Remnant together. I fucking love the way you put, like, vibrato on Gilgamesh's voice.
I do this like really smug, boys, but then when I want to emphasize something, I have to vibrate because I'm grand and a king. You know?
It's very silly. I really like it.
I love voicing Sashu. Yeah.
Everything is great. Incidentally, Samurai Remnant's so fucking fun. I love Fate. I love Fate so much. I can't wait.
Hi, Feifei.
Bye. I can't wait to get... Once I find out Archer's name, I will no longer be afraid of spoilers.
Actually, I I need to tell you that you run the risk going through like stuff to get like still spoilers on some things of the story even after.
I have to wait till this is all done.
You have to wait until at least a specific point in the third route.
Fuck.
I'm so sorry.
I just...
I can share with you anything you want filtered.
It's so difficult. I want... It's like being held back, you know? Like, I'm just like, but look at all the cool stuff. But it's like, no, you're not ready to know about that yet. It's okay. God, yeah, there's still so much I haven't learned. There's so much more to go through.
It's so good. At the very least, you are at the point, as I mentioned, you have met both Gilgamesh and Ku. So, like, getting their, like, view in Samurai Remnants, you could get the, like, oh, they're it's a homage to...
Yes.
To stay in it, and there's no more spoilers than that. So, like, that's a cool little thing that you already could get in knowing the context behind it.
But it's... I know I don't know what I don't know. I'm so aware that everything's so farther beyond me currently. It makes me so sad.
I need you to know, I'm playing Void Stranger right now. I've told you about Void Stranger. And
yes.
Apparently my friends have told me that in the Discord server for Void Stranger, there's like layered spoiler channels. Like spoiler, super spoiler, extreme super spoiler. If you know when you can enter here. It's like that. It's like you are right now in one of the like higher tiers, and like you have a grasp of what is going on and have a few things you want to figure out, and there's a whole underlayer that you can't even think about.
I'm not even allowed to think about its possibility because I don't have the critical knowledge.
Oh god.
I just wish that I could just dip and skip and go frolic in the fields of a wiki. But I'm not permitted.
You are disallowed.
20%, it's estimated that this is how insane it's going to get, which I believe.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No, what do you mean we're still at 20%? What do you mean?
No, that sounds right.
No, that doesn't sound right. What do you mean? Oh god. Jesus
This is
fucking
what
Christ.
being sequestered in Sherry is like. Ow,
Oh
I
my-
just hit my foot on my desk. That hurt.
God.
Oh my god, there's so much more to go through.
Yeah.
It is daunting and upsetting, but mostly exciting. Like,
Yeah.
a 70% hype, 10% frustration, 20% fear.
I like that the fear is above the frustration numerically.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Good, yes, good.
Like, it's the knowledge that there are twists and turns, and there are people here who know the twists and turns and are watching me just, like, throw myself at it, like, oh, they're there. You're not there yet.
How do you think I feel? Because I know a few of the big things that are to come, and reading about we being at 20% makes me fear even more. Like, what do you mean? 20%? Because if this is 20%, it means even I only have like at best 50%.
She only kind of knows, chat.
I only kind of know, chat. I only kind of know.
Oh god, I'm really excited. We're making good progress through this route, and I am having an absolute blast doing this with you.
Yeah. We are more or less going like 1 day per. So like this is a very like steady pace.
Yeah. If I stop getting sick,
It's okay, huh?
then maybe we'll be able to make some better progress.
Oh.
Already, the Fate route feels very comparatively quite tame. I feel like the Fate route was like, okay, here's like this is your shallow end introduction to everything that's going on. Then they twist the formula a little bit, and they're like, okay, are you ready for it to get a little weird? And then I feel like the third route is gonna be just like tossed into the deep end. Like, all right, figure it out.
The third route is gonna be like, okay, you got the one route, the different route. Now let's see what Nasu can fucking cook.
Let him cook.
Now let him fucking cook.
Hey, do you like themes?
Yeah. Boy, do I.
Are you ready to imprint on a boy with trauma? I hope you are.
Ooh, God, I'm so fucking excited.
But there's so much to consider. I don't even know. I don't even know, chat.
She doesn't even know.
She lacks the critical knowledge.
Oh, God. Now, so, I do have a question.
With luck, I will have an answer.
Now that we have seen basically a little bit of every character, if we exclude Saber, because Saber is Saber, who's your favorite servant?
Okay. Like, That's genuinely difficult. I think I'd probably say Berserker is my least favorite, just because there's like the least to him.
Yeah, he is just Berserker.
He is just a big, crazy physical strength personified. There's not a whole lot to him. And that may change. I'm open to the possibility, but it isn't changed yet, so I don't really care.
He had one scene in which he spoke, and it was when he was dying.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if I had to pick my two favorites so far, it's a tie between Lancer and Rider.
Ooh.
I really like their designs, I really like their personalities, and they're just kind of, whenever they're on screen, I get excited. And I feel like Caster's close, but I'm not sure what it is that isn't doing it for me. Like, she's still great, but there's something about the other two that just puts it like a cut above.
We still have like over a route and a half for that to possibly change and the ranking to wave.
I feel like it's important to do these little like check-ins as we go to just see how my impressions of the characters evolve as we go.
Mhm. God, speaking of Strange Fake, I need to check if there's been any update to the manga, because God, that's a good fucking fate.
I do like my meat slabs a little bit leaner, generally.
So, I have told you a bunch about Strange Fake before, right?
You've told me a lot about all kinds of shit before. I have a terrible memory.
Okay, so, do you mind, it's not even spoilers because it's literally in the, like, cover of the volume 1, like, you know the sense of the characters, and if you know them, you know them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so, I need you to know what kind of story it is, like, what kind of bullshit fate, like, story it is, that Strange Fake opens the very, very first chapter with Gilgamesh being the archer summoned to the Holy Grail War. He is the opening act.
I see.
Imagine the rest of the cast.
This sounds fucked.
It's so fucked. It just gets so fucked.
I'm very excited to see how things develop, because like I don't know. I think one of my favorite things that I've been experiencing is just catching the tiny ways that like these routes have already not just contrasted but paralleled each other, like we pointed out with Saber and Shirou at the Ryuno Temple and shit.
Yeah, and literally they had the opposite coming back to. Saber was the one clutching him in her arms while he was wounded.
It's kind of fantastic.
So good.
Like, I'm excited to see how it goes. That's really all there is to it. Like, the more excited I get, the more I just want to keep reading.
Also, there is a Chekhov's gun right now that I'm really thinking about.
Which one?
At this point in the route, Saber had unleashed her sword once against Assassin, and when we find her, she staggers and passes out, and she's low on energy, and that leads to her pushing herself too hard with Ryder, which leads to the whole, hey, she doesn't have enough mana, and she's going to fucking die if you don't have sex. You know?
Yeah, you know, like most women.
Like most women. So, by that logic, Saber is in a... Also, she hasn't not gotten super wounded at any point.
She's been fine this whole time.
Exactly. So, she is, like, ready to unleash Excalibur at any point right now. And I'm really wondering how the route is going to use Saber in that sense.
It's going to be interesting seeing, because we're not developing nearly as close of a connection with her, because, you know, this isn't her route, TM. So it's kind of, it's weird seeing the way she's being utilized as a character. Not like weird in a bad way, but it's just, I'm very excited to see, like, how far does she get developed, you know?
Also, I know that this is technically, you know, like, we are talking about, it's not Saber's route, we're with Rin, it's the Rin route, right? But, like, it's the Archer route. It's a simping about Archer route. It's about his back and his cool swords and his noble phantasm.
Strange thematic parallels between him and Shirou.
You are so caught there still.
I'm beyond sus. It's all I can think about.
I love it. I actually fucking love it.
Like, I'm either going to be validated or so surprised, and I can't wait for either.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I will say, well, as you may know, I know, but like, I have no idea. I have no idea how it's like this is building up and how this is happening. I have no idea. I've been just on the edge of my seat as much as...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Fire again, fire.
I took a nap about this time yesterday.
It's okay. We are burdened with the knowledge, bruh.
I don't know a damn thing, and I think that's equally as bothersome in different ways.
Either way, this has been lovely at all. Do you have anything else at all you would like to share with the class?
I think I've gotten it all out. Other than I'm very excited for next time, but I think I've
Yes.
already clarified that too.
Also, if it wasn't clear, there's not going to be the H scenes this week either.
I get sick so fucking often. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Hug. The priority is your health, and if you had to delay today as well, I wouldn't have minded at all.
I've also just been like doing cleaning and just like I've had like the worst cough.
Swoosh.
I've gotten very good at muting myself so that it never picks up. But
It literally didn't, not a single time slip through.
I want that to be a testament to my prowess.
It's like you don't even want to see Saber naked.
I already have.
Yeah, we shared one image of the one in the tab because people were commenting on like the way Takeuchi draws Saber's body was like very trans or like early trans girl. Like that was a conversation in the server.
God bless.
I love the trans headcanon so much.
It's so fun. It's one of those things that I love, like flagging it and then just finding as much evidence as I can for it.
Like, okay, I love the trans headcanon with Shirou, because with Shirou it is a headcanon, but like it's not with Saber. With Saber it's textual.
With Saber it feels like explicit coding, whereas with Shirou it just feels like, yeah, no, this guy has T-boy swag.
Yeah, exactly. It's the difference between we are having fun with Shirou and a reading of him, and no, yeah, this is completely intended by Nasu to be like vibes.
This is the vibes. Even if it's not explicit, like male to female transcoding, it is very explicit gender fuckery in any case.
Yeah, like, okay, I have mentioned this before, but like, Saber's like deal with gender is completely impossible not to read at least a little bit like that, because even if it's not actually like relating to like trans themes specifically, Saber's whole deal is about her own identity. Like,
yeah, literally.
And that identity literally explicitly is about a woman who had to live the life of a man. That is explicitly the like text. Even
also,
if you
if I can just interject, I want to just respond to that message in chat. I believe all men are kings.
Oh God, I love it. I fucking love it. And I really love all of this.
I just can't wait.
Oh, I love this character so fucking much. Shinji's not a king.
I think Shinji
Pick your words carefully.
deserves better.
Does he? But does he?
Like, I don't know.
She's a shit, friends. Oh. I mean, oh. God. There's people joking about the Shinji route when you go to his house and he offers you to ally yourself with him. People are like, hypothetical Shinji route.
Like, I think that sounds kind of interesting.
Oh. God. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I do have to admit, I really do think that Shinji's one of my favorite characters in the VN. He's terrible, god-awful person, I love whenever he's on screen. He's terrible in a way that delights me.
He's the fucking worst. And also, not only is he the fucking worst when he's on screen, but the moment, like for example, during the fight in the first round, the moment when you get to actually shatter his fucking confidence and almost shatter his fucking face is extremely satisfying.
It's literally just like, he's my favorite kind of like bad character. Like where he's just like, he's awful and he knows it and he loves it. He relishes in being the worst guy, and I cannot deny how much I love that kind of a character. Shinji is, I think, one of my favorite characters to see in this VN.
Yeah, baby.
Again, worst guy, terrible. I love him for it.
Oh, God. I love every single time anything is brought up about a mage society, and it's just a clear reminder of how fucked everything is.
If we weren't making this perfectly clear, these are the worst people, like, ever.
Like, I love that the mage society and the, like, everything is so prominent in Fate, and, like, a lot of protagonists and people are, like, mages and allied with the association, but, like, it's extremely explicitly clear how much it fucking sucks.
It's the fact that Rin, when showing any shred of empathy, even the tiniest amount, is constantly referred to as a bizarre exception for a mage.
Exactly! Exactly!
She achieves the bare minimum of considering other people. And people are like, wow, that's crazy.
Wow,
What kind of a mage is this? That's wild.
Yeah, you're really hurting your, like, you're being a mage by having, like, things like empathy and care for other people. Oh, the actual big part of the stream, the Fate rambling. I love the Fate rambling after the stream.
We haven't done like a long, nice decompress like this in a bit. It's very refreshing.
It's just like talking about what we have experienced and our expectations and our love.
There's just so much to unpack right now. Yeah, explicitly. Not just that's crazy, but actively, what's wrong with you?
It's like when she stops immediately chasing after Shirou after fighting him because someone screamed and there may be someone in danger, and she's like, okay, let's put this for later, we can go now check on this person. Like, what kind of fucking mage could do that? At that point, Shirou could have been like, was that a scream? And the other mage could have been like, okay, boom, fucking dead on the fucking ground. Like,
But
that
right,
was the spot to kill him.
And it was just really like all geared up. Like, yeah, I'm really gonna do it. Second she gets an out, gone.
Yep. And then there's Archer just being like, well, she's not exactly enthused about killing other people, so if Custard could kill a few people, that could make things easier.
I know, it's hilarious.
God.
I feel like we should start wrapping up here.
Yeah.
This has
I
been a
had
lovely
intended to wrap
decompression.
up, like, earlier.
Oh yeah, me too. But then we got carried away enjoying each other's company, which we do.
It's very easy because you are a lovely person to hang out with at all times.
That's crazy. I was built that way.
Oh God. I don't even know how to answer that one.
In any case, I look forward to seeing you next week. I look forward to the next stream. Maybe it'll even be on a Friday.
Maybe.
I don't want to get too carried away, but
let's not start saying things we need to wish on a Grail for.
let's. I swear to God, the HC stream will happen eventually at some point.
Don't worry about it. If you worry about it, don't.
With that, I guess I'll take my leave.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And there she goes. She's so close, chat. She's so close to figuring it out, chat. She's so close to having Archer, chat. God, she's so fucking close. I need you all to know. And this, okay, Anya, if you're listening, I know you're not. I know you're not. But if Anya, you're listening right now still, which I know you're not, stop listening. Okay? She's not just close. She's not just close. She actually got it. She didn't say it. She did not say it on the stream, but she has actually mentioned it as a possibility in like our private DMs while like sharing after stream stuff as basically a crazy theory that she doesn't think would happen, but she has actually put the pieces together. And when it is revealed, she will be like, oh my fucking god, I was right. It's going to be incredible because she knows, chat. She knows. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Also, I had to say, I have had the fear of God put into my bones by the fact that I was told this is like 20% of the bullshit going on. Like, I am not ready for Heaven's Feel. Oh. Either way, it is, in fact, 2:30 a.m. here, chat. Hello, hi, Jess. I really should not be shouting like I have been at this hour, so don't worry about it. I'm going to get going. And I hope you all had a lovely day today. I am so happy I got to torture you with the H-scene music. Really excited to our reaction to HF. No, don't worry. Okay, so Heaven's Feels, right? Heaven's Feel? I have a feeling we're going to both be extremely horrified about many things and like we're going to be unsettled and like fucked up about it. We're also going to be extremely horny about some things. I have zero doubt in my bones that there's going to be extreme horny about. You all have seen us with Ryder. You all have seen us with fucking Caster. I cannot even fathom how Heaven's Feels is going to fucking get us. And I do not like the smiles. I do not like the smiles. Because, like, I know a few things. But, like, much of this route, I don't know any of the specific details. We're not going to survive. Oh, boy. And with those smiles, I'm going to leave it here. God. You fucking gremlins in chat. You goddamn gremlins in chat. Oh. I'll be going now. Tomorrow, we got... the wink. Tomorrow, we got Cassette Beasts. Next week, Void Stranger on Wednesday. Friday or Saturday, More Fate. And we got the potential still of a Saturday thing if we can make it to the Friday Fate stream. But until then, horny and emotionally broken, that describes me like 80% of the time. Thank you all so much for being here. It is genuinely incredible seeing you all in chat. And I'll be seeing you next time.